Okay. So, I guess we should start with a recap. So, last time you guys got to the sort of upper area of former Augustria, you were going towards Luan to restock supplies, get new weapons, such and such and such, explore a little. But while you were walking, you came across a number of curious things. The first thing was there was two what were they? Shaman, so dark mages that warped into the area, seemed to be doing a little bit of like surveillance. They were writing notes, they were creeping around. Seems like they didn't really want anyone to know they were there. You had a pleasant interaction with one of them. His name is Eno, if you forget. Um, he has a thing for Octavia, maybe, but who can say? Um, the other things you found, firstly, was a stray wyvern that had either flown away or run away from home. Some sort of livestock animal. It was very friendly. You were able to tame it, and now Octavia is using it as a mount for as long as you keep it around. And the third mysterious and strange thing you found is that there is, in fact, a white beast in the area. It did not attack you. It did not even move from where it was sitting, but it was sort of just like, watching the area, watching everything that was going on. A lot of people just in its personal space today, but luckily no one was hurt, as far as you know. And that's about it. That's all that happened last week. Before we begin, any questions? Anyone need reminders of anything?
Uh, no,
All right,
I'm
awesome.
good.
So, you guys were heading north towards Luan.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still the case? Are you still going that way?
Yeah,
I believe so.
we have
Yeah.
a baby.
You
We
have
need
a
to
baby.
deliver the baby.
This is true.
We got little guy number 4.
Little guy number
Mhm.
4 does not have a name. He's just number 4. As far as you know, he's just number 4.
Mhm.
All right. Can I get a quick traversal check from somebody and then pick another member of your party?
Pick me.
Edwin ass beating moment.
I'm never gonna actually roll the traversal check, so it feels fair.
Okay, how about I'll roll the traversal check and you can scout with me.
Alright.
Edwin can scout with me. Okay, let me
trying.
just double check.
I'm
I
pretty
roll a
sure I
D20.
usually roll it.
Yeah, Val usually rolls it. Dwyer
I think
usually rolls it.
Because I'm pretty sure I gave Val Val has a +1 at traversal. I know. So
Yeah, Octavia is proficient
Let me
in
open up this
traversal,
NPC
so
sheets
she
while
has a +2, or is it a +3 now?
our proficiencies are +3, but it could end up being a +2 if her strength is -1.
Oh no, it's a 0 modifier at the moment. Thank God. Okay, I'll roll d20. Oh, not bad. 14.
14. All right, you make it to Luan in good time, and on the way, you manage to procure some more rations for food. So you guys aren't like strapped for cash or anything. You don't have to spend money on food. And yeah, everything goes very smoothly. You don't encounter any other creatures. No more white beasts, thankfully, and no sign of the mages. And soon enough, you arrive at the so-called gates of Luan. They're not really gates, they're more of like a fence, but it's still a sizable city area from what you can tell. Definitely nothing like what you've seen on Arcanea. It's not a massive city with big buildings and a big castle. But it's more put together a settlement than anything you've seen so far, except maybe outside of Sanctus in the beginning. This place has like more permanent buildings. The buildings are made of stone, and there's like mostly paved streets. People walking around, like, going about their business, doing work and stuff. The fringes of society is apparently where everyone in society is. So, yeah. You are now in Luan.
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
What would you like
Do
to
we
do?
want to find this school first? Godfrey, can you point us in the direction of the school?
He's gonna like look at you guys and say,
You
"Well, like
you have the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, he's gonna say, "Well, I can, but we probably shouldn't bring a wyvern into the city."
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
know where
might
the
wanna...
Wyvern farms are?
He's gonna like shrug. He's got no idea.
I thought you're from here. Come on. We're like tourists here.
Amalthea is gonna pipe up and say, "Well, they're probably not in the city, so we should maybe just look outside? It can't be that hard, right?"
Yeah. Guess we got all the way here. Yeah, but it wouldn't be good for 4Z. Okay, let's. Or is there anyone on sentry duty right now that we can ask?
Yeah, there's a couple like town guards standing around.
Octavia like guides the wyvern to the guards and be like, "Hey,
Hi.
are there any wyvern farms nearby? We found this little guy."
The guards sort of like look at each other like they're not quite sure, but then one of them scratches his chin and say, "Yeah, there's one just down the main road if you want to look there."
Okay, thank you. And then she just goes by, is like, "Okay, I got what I needed." And she's like, "Okay, apparently there might be one down the main road, so guess we check there first."
That sound good for the rest of you?
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you guys want to go into the city already and I do it. Yep.
Gamers. What's the vibe?
Uh,
Wake up.
I mean, we gotta drop off baby somewhere.
True. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're all going. We're all going to the farm.
Yep.
As you guys walk along, Gare mumbles something under his breath about keeping it for rations, but he's easily ignored by all of you. You arrive at the farm without much problems. The wyvern is very well behaved. And you soon find, hi dad. Sorry, my dad's in the background. You soon find that yeah, this definitely seems to be some sort of large-scale farming operation. There are wyverns flying around in the sky. Big old farmhouse, big enough to hold many dragon beasts. And there's a couple horses out back too, stuff like that. And attached to the farmhouse is a small, like, living compound, I guess, where the owner would be. And in the fields, you can see a couple people, like, working and, like, wrangling beasts and such.
Thanks, New York.
No, that was one of the wyverns. That was the town
Foley,
fair.
excellent Foley work.
that distant roaring.
Environmental
Hey.
storytelling.
Yeah. 4Z, do you recognize anything here?
The beast does not immediately seem to realize that you're referring to it, but it's like sniffing around, you know. It smells like
Okay.
home. It seems to be comfortable here. It pulls on whatever lead you have it on right now a little bit as it wanders towards the pen where more a bunch of workers are working. Wow, that was well worded.
Octavia like raises her hand to wave towards the workers, like, "Hey, hey."
One of them immediately like stands up straight and looks at you like with squinted eyes, like what do you got there? And then they like march forward and
Smoothie.
open the gate to which the wyvern that you have tamed walks forward and enters the pen. It's just like, "Oh, home? Nice." And the person who has held the gate open for the wyvern steps forward and says, where did you find that?"
By the lake.
By the lake?
Mm-hmm.
they're just like gonna look at you blankly, like, and you didn't get eaten?
Nope.
Who are you people?
We are travelers who just recently came into the area, and as we were crossing our way, we found the Wyvern. And we were curious and found that based on the tag, the Wyvern was probably owned by someone. So once we got into town, we asked around, and sure enough, we found their home.
The farm worker's still gonna be like squinting at you, not entirely believing you, and again they're gonna repeat like, and you didn't get attacked at all. They say there's monsters down there.
Oh,
Why we didn't
there
look?
sure is a monster. It was sleeping.
I see. Well, the owner's gonna want to hear about this. Maybe he'll give you a reward or something. He has been looking for this one for quite a while, so you can just head inside and he'll be in there.
Okay, thanks. And she just like goes where they indicate, like, okay,
Okay.
cool, we get a reward, we get a reward.
Nice.
Val nods approvingly and is like, he is a very good boy.
He is
Follows.
very-
The farm
Octavia
work,
does
the farm
do like a
worker,
small wave back to 4Z if they notice, like, bye 4Z.
Yeah, 4Z's gonna like perk up a little bit and be like, huh? People? Goodbye? It's like a very large scaly dog. It doesn't quite understand what you're saying.
Oh,
But yes, it looks like it's happy to be home.
that's good.
So the place the farm worker directed you to is the living compound part of the little farmhouse. And as you approach, the door is unlocked. And once you enter, you can see that there is like a family, I guess. There's like an old man, a woman who you presume is his wife, and then like a younger man just kind of chilling around the house. And they like turn and look at you as you enter and be like, oh, can we help you?
Yeah, one of your workers said we should come to you. We were able to find your lost wyvern and we returned them home.
You found it? Really? Where'd you find it?
The lake.
Yeah, the lake.
The man and his wife are gonna immediately like go pale for a minute and be like, the lake, huh? Oh, Jonathan, we gotta train them better. We gotta train these lizards better.
I mean, we get the idea of why people don't go to the lake. I mean, we did see a creature there, but it has anyone here gone to that lake before, or is it just off limits? Usually.
The younger man, the you assume son, is going to speak up. Then he's gonna put down his book. He says, "Of course, people have gone there, and they never come back."
And how do you, well, yeah, I guess if they never come back, that's a good indication.
The town guard, they always say, don't go anywhere near the lake. Everyone knows, don't go anywhere near the lake unless you're trained.
There is no
Well-
war in Ba Sing Se.
There is a lizard in the lake!
There is a lizard in the lake.
There's a lizard in the lake.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. I suppose we lucked out because it was sleeping when we passed by.
Sleeping.
Val mutters very under their breath towards Octavia, but like it clearly doesn't want the other people in the room to hear. Goes like, I mean, we've fought one of them before and it was fine, which is not true. But
Octavia like
Fine, in
gives
quotes.
him a look. Is like, you called that fine?
isn't blind anymore now, is he?
That wasn't the cause of us winning.
Archibald is at the back of party during all of this, trying his best not to look like a lizard. And
He's
just
doing
sort of
so good.
eyes closed, just sort of muttering to himself, God, they better not. Don't go throwing around the whole government conspiracy thing. Don't go
yeah,
throwing
but
around dark
Val-
mages. Don't do it. He
Val,
doesn't
one more-
say that. He's just thinking it. Please don't.
Yeah. Val's last thing is, I never said we won. I said it was fine.
Mhm.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, she's not wrong. It did end up fine.
Alright, so the old man is going to introduce himself to the party as his wife and son go back to their business. He's gonna introduce himself as Tennyson. He's a wyvern breeder. He breeds them for both food and as pack beasts and as combat mounts. You know, he sells them. He makes them, I guess.
Breeds.
He doesn't make them. He assists in the process.
Jeez.
But he is overjoyed that you managed to bring back one of the young ones home because it is the, I guess, off season for wyvern breeding, and the numbers are already a little bit low for this year. So, thanks so much for bringing important stock home.
One of the young ones, as in, there's more missing, or
No,
just
as in he's got a farm. So this is
Oh.
one of the little ones that got out of the pen, not trained yet, flew away, that kind of thing. But yes, he's super happy that you guys managed to bring home his prized creature. And as a thanks for that, he says, you know what, anytime any of you 7, you want to come by and you want to buy a wyvern, I will sell you a wyvern for half price. I will sell you a wyvern for 150 gold.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Wow, that's
Just
pretty-
come to Luan, you ask for Tennyson, I will be happy. I will be happy to supply you with a mount worthy of your bravery against creatures.
And Octavia's like, much appreciated. Even though Parver's like, that wasn't that brave.
From the expression on the man's face, you can clearly see that he's like fabricated some fantastical story of like adventurers
I'm
of
not
old
gonna
beating
convince
back
him
a giant
otherwise.
dragon.
Archibald looks at him and remembers himself lying face down in the mud in a bush for like 30 minutes.
It's all part of the job.
Octavia thinks about flirting with the shaman. He's like, yep, did that.
That's what I'm saying.
All in a day's work.
The best part wasn't avoiding the white beast. It was lying to these men and having to pretend that we were interested in what they had to say.
Yeah. Just a normal day.
Just a normal day. But yes, the man he offers you a universal discount on all wyverns. So Sam speaking, for the rest of the campaign, if you want to buy a wyvern, as long as you're in the area, you can come back and pick one up. You will get one for half off. Only here though. Tennyson has to be alive and he has to be close.
Ominous.
His son says, "Fuck you guys."
I mean, yeah, his son is not part of the family business. He's I don't know what he does. Maybe he's a gamer.
He's a shaman. Would you look at that?
It's the shaman.
No, he said Jonathan. He said Jonathan.
He said Jonathan, yes. But as you guys are, making small talk with this starstruck old man, his wife comes back into the room and she's holding like a thing in her hands. She's like, "Oh, as a thank you for taking care of our wyvern. We'll just give you this. We have no real use for it and we don't really know what it is. So here you go." And she's going to hold out something in her hand. Who wants it?
What is it? Can we tell what it is by looking?
Yeah, it looks like a piece of paper.
Oh. Octavia kind of looks.
It's
Octavia...
like a rolled up piece of paper with like a bow, like a string bow around it.
Oh, and she's like, oh.
It's a skill. I'm pretty sure that's a skill.
That's a skill. That's definitely a skill. So Octavia's like, oh, thank you, and then we can negotiate later. It's like, thank you, and Octavia takes it, I guess, and it's like, much appreciated.
Okay. Put mystery paper in your inventory because you haven't unraveled it. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But yes, the old men and women are gracious enough to let you guys stay at their home for lunch, so you guys are properly fed after your long travels. And they don't tell you until the end that you are eating wyvern. But
it was
you know,
figured.
weirdly enough, tastes really good. Godfried makes do with his own rations because he just not fucking with that. He's a vegetarian and he's not doing that.
Octavia's like, how did you come to decide not to eat meat?
He's just gonna make like a grossed out face. He's gonna say, "Look at what you're putting in your mouth right now."
Yes, I know. And then she takes a bite.
Yeah, he's gonna make another grossed out face.
Bullying Godfrey.
Bullying Godfried.
Who was taught that in because they have he has army training. You know, they teach him like, oh, you know, if you get lost, this is how you properly butcher your horse, just in case. It's so fast, like this is nothing.
It's nothing.
It's really
They teach
not.
you-
Shit.
They teach you in the army how to eat literally anything.
Are you
And-
telling him this?
No, my voice is not. I'm not doing my fake deep voice. This
Oh,
is
true,
not.
true.
This is the second week in a row my notes are going to include, and the rest of the party talked about eating lizards or whatever for.
Oh no. Octavia also does look at her. She's like, sorry.
All right, so you guys.
Now she feels a little bit bad.
He'll get over it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys finish your delicious meal of what you are informed is called wyvern brain stew.
Oh, brain.
It's not just brain; it's multiple pieces, but they call it wyvern brain stew. It's a
Got any
delicacy
jowl
of
in there?
Luan. It's a delicacy.
Great.
What do you mean it was delicious? No.
No. Me, Dwyer, it does not like the idea of eating brain because I know it's just like basically just fatty tissue, and that sounds so
Yummy.
gross to me.
That's what they make the broth out of. The broth is brain. The meat is
Yeah,
meat.
you get the good stuff.
No,
The good
Val
stuff.
was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna have so many different vitamins. This is great."
Val is like, "Hey, Margaret, hit me up with that recipe."
Val's like, "Fuck yeah." I mean, she's not gonna eat it unless she has to, but she's like, "This is great. I don't have any problem with this." Me, Dwyer is like, "Oh, I hate fat on meat other than when it's bacon." And that's very
Oh.
specific. And I don't like the idea of eating that much fat. That's gross
Oh, that's
to
fair.
me.
That's fair.
All right. So you guys finish up your meal. You thank. Oh, excuse me. I'm about to make a wretched noise. Excuse me. So you guys finish up your meal. You thank the old couple for their hospitality, and then you continue on your way. You say goodbye to the wyverns in the pens, and you can't tell which one is number 4 anymore. They're all just kind of mixed up now, but he's in there. He gets it. You hope you didn't eat him.
No,
he's
he's
a baby.
young.
You don't eat juveniles.
You don't eat
You don't
juveniles.
eat
It's true. You do
juveniles.
not eat
They
juveniles.
probably have a permit that you can't eat juveniles, like certain.
That's
fishing
more of
licenses.
like a southern Thracia sort of dish. You're still in Augustia. We'll get to southern Thracia and what they're doing to wyverns down there.
Oh
Oh
no!
God.
I just realized. Oh yeah. We still have so much of the continent.
You guys have explored 1.5 countries,
Yeah,
and
that's
they're not
it.
even the fun ones.
Yet
It's the
here
early
we are,
game ones.
Yet here we are slurping up wyvern brains. Like
It's
It's an
a
adventure.
It's a delicious, hearty meal for the warm months or the cold
It's
months, I
stew.
should say. It's stew. Yeah, it's filling. But yes, you exit the farm and you're back on the road to Luan. I assume. Are you guys going straight to Luan, or are you poking around elsewhere?
Let's just go Luan if everyone's okay with that.
That was
Or
the
actually,
plan.
actually, before that is like Octavia takes out the scroll again. Like, anyone want to open this and read it?
Hold on. I have to look something up.
No, not really.
Archibald, again. No, I know you can read. I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, we should
Val-
just open it and see what it is.
Yeah, Val goes, why are you offering it? It's just read it. It's not, why are you offering it like reading it is some sort of gift and or burden? I'm confused. Just read it.
Fine. And she opens it.
Okay, hold on. I have to mute my thing because I have to 1 second look something up.
Mhm.
Don't be
Why does she have to mute something to do a search? What is
Who
she
knows?
doing?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about
What
Hotter.
is
it.
she doing?
Hotter.
Sam! Oh, she can hear me still. She didn't deafen herself. That's funny. Oh.
I don't mute it, then what I'm looking up, it won't show up for you, but it will show up for the stream. So I don't want to have just like
Oh.
random audio clips. Anyways, you open the scroll? Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So the scroll is a like old shabby piece of paper with a big like drawing of a sword in the middle. It's crisp as if it's been in someone's attic for a long time. You have picked up Hodder's scroll. I do not remember what this does off the top of my head, but I know that it improves growths of whoever applies it to themselves. Give me a moment.
Interesting.
We got a Crusader scroll!
Crusader scroll!
Which one is it?
Hodder.
Hodder! So
Hodder.
Hazul.
Yeah. I was I was like, how the fuck do you pronounce that?
Okay, so the local one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
local.
This is the local one.
So-
It's not like old enough where you're like, wow, this is the original written by the guy. No, this is clearly a replica. But can't
So
say no.
Hoarder scroll increases HP by 30%, strength by 10%, and decreases luck by 10%.
And it makes critical hits against the user impossible.
Damn.
Oh.
Wow.
You add this counts as a skill scroll, so you would add like Hodder's scroll to your skill like list.
I see.
It adds HP and less luck.
I'm gonna not take this because Val's luck is pretty bad already. Val has a 30% luck growth. I don't need. They need to hold on to as much luck as they can, or when they do eventually die, it'll go bad.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
And it's-
Who has the lowest luck right now? Octavia has
Oh.
45% luck growth.
Okay, hang on. This is percentile? Like, what
Percentage.
is
You add it
Sam,
to your
what is
growth percentage.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
growth
so-
percentage? Okay.
So it maximizes your growth.
Amalthea has really good luck growth, so it wouldn't do too bad to her.
Mm-hmm.
Strength.
Edwin has 30% growth as well.
Good God, all of you are gonna die.
Yeah.
No, I have 40. Octavia has 45% luck growth. She's gotten a few luck level ups.
Oh yeah, I've got like a 55% luck thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I didn't want to. True story. There was a good 3 hours at the start of character creation where Archibald had 100% luck growth because technically, mechanically, you are actually immortal if you have 100% luck growth.
So true.
Chappie just likes to screw with all of Sam's game design ideas.
So true.
Min-max.
I mean, you're technically immortal for 3 deaths, and then you instantly die.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh well, yeah, I forgot the things.
You get 3 saves.
Oh my god! Okay, hang on. Wait, back up. Whoa.
What's up, Bessie?
Okay,
He didn't.
we give
Oh,
this to
lucky
Gare.
circle
Gare gets this. He has a 75% luck growth.
Yeah, track.
Yeah,
the growths
that's
are really,
true.
really good.
And and the plus 10 to strength will make it a 80% strength.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense to give it to Gare then.
Yeah, okay. Octavia looks among everyone, and then she looks at Gare, is like, hey,
You come closer.
you come closer.
Gare is going to look down at the paper you're trying to hand and say, "What the hell is that?"
It's a Edwin, I think you mentioned this before. Maybe someone else. It's a Crusader scroll.
The minute you say Crusader, his face is just like disgusted.
Yeah.
Hey, what about those tattoos you have on your arm?
He immediately looks like very like don't touchy, no touchy, angry, cranky.
What the?
But as you try to hand him the scroll, he is going to refuse to accept it. He does not hold out his hand. Nope, he's not taking it.
Why? It's good.
He says, "I don't need it. I don't want to be in this combat mess anyway. Why would I take something that makes me better at it?"
So that
So
way
you
won't
don't
die.
die.
Yeah, make it
So
less
that
like
you
you
don't
die.
want to die.
I'll die
made
not.
that pretty
I'll
clear.
die. I'll not die perfectly fine by standing behind of one of you.
You know, he's right. He is right.
He is, but he's being a brat about it.
Well, if he doesn't want it, we could just someone else can use it. If he doesn't want it, then he doesn't want it.
Fine. Who wants it?
I literally only have one slot for skills
You
left.
can also
so...
sell it. It's worth 1,000 gold if nobody
It
wants
is worth
it.
1,000,
Ooh.
but a plus 10 strength growth, guys.
Plus 30 HP growth too. Keep that in mind.
Plus
Oh
30
yeah, I don't want it
HP
anyway.
growth.
Don't give me a strength growth.
Yeah,
I
don't
want to
give
be
it to Edwin.
weak.
Edwin doesn't need it.
Hey,
Edwin
Sam.
doesn't need strength
Yeah?
growth. That's
Sam.
true.
What? What's up?
What's the equivalent of an insight check against Gare here?
Oh shit. Hold on.
I could have sworn I saw it, but that might have been
insight,
me.
Insight got vibe check. That was last campaign.
Right, okay.
Hold on. Why don't we talk about this together? What check would you think would be an insight check? Maybe like perception?
It's wisdom or skill based.
Yeah, you could just make a
one,
flat
right?
wisdom check if you want.
Mhm.
I'll allow that.
eh,
Or perception.
flat wisdom or no, luck wouldn't really.
I'll let you make
no.
whatever check you feel is right, and then I will give you relevant information. How about that?
Can I do a reverse engineer deception check? Like
What does that mean?
as a lying bastard, can I see if he's a lying bastard?
Oh, okay, what is he lying about? Your theory? What is he lying about? What do you check? What is the lie you're checking for?
Oh, that's a good point. Honestly, I just think it's deeply suspicious. The whole no, I don't. This thing will prevent me from dying. No, I don't want it. I think it's weird, and I feel like he's lying about just being a regular ass dude. Frankly,
Okay. He never said he was a regular ass dude, but you can roll whatever you please. He never said anything. He doesn't talk about himself. He doesn't like
sure,
people.
why not? Are you prepared? Oh, well, that's cocked. Okay, let's try again. Let's see if I roll over a 10 this time. It won't happen. It's
Woo!
only happened like 4 times. What did I say? It's only happened like 4 times.
Oh
That'll be
no.
is it, did you give me the reverse deception or is it perception?
I'm gonna give you perception because he
4.
hasn't lied to you.
4.
God.
I rolled a 7. The
Ugh.
streak of no rolls over 10 continues.
So you got a 4. As you study the side of his face, you quickly come to the mind-blowing realization that Gare does not like interacting with people and that he has a bad attitude. So his reasons for not wanting to hold on to this Crusader scroll are his and his alone. Yeah.
Hang on. Let me roll a D100 for a second here real quick.
Fuck. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, Archibald's head, he's like, huh, he hates people, hates the mention of, like, the Crusaders and stuff, has been the only other one also avoiding all the temples. Oh my god, is Gare also an Earth Dragon? And I rolled very low on that D100. That's gonna.
Oh, King.
boy.
I love the
Archibald
YouTuber
is now,
theories
like-
coming out of this man.
Archibald is now, like, in his mind, he's just sort of staring blankly from behind, but, like, he's got a Charlie Day scenario going in his head, like,
But that's just a
Wait a
theory.
minute!
An Archibald theory.
Oh no.
Thanks for watching.
oh my god, are you a dragon? He doesn't say that. He's thinking it.
He's
The-
thinking
the-
it.
I'm
Alright.
going to hold on to that question for later when it's most comedically relevant.
Okay. Yeah, but
Fantastic.
Gare is still he's very much still like, nope, not gonna take that, and it's immediately obvious that unless you somehow manage to staple it to his body, he will not be interacting with this scroll in any meaningful way. So
Great.
it is still in Octavia's possession.
Val turns to Amathia and goes, turns to like Amathia and Godfrey and like, is Gare the only one that seems like this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life? Or is this a cultural thing?
Amalthea shrugs and says, I've never seen one of these things before, and Godfried is similarly like, there's nothing bad about this that I can tell. It's
Okay,
just
so
a
this
scroll.
is Gare being Gare. Good to know.
Gare's personal problem.
No, that's
Yeah.
because I think the person with the next highest luck is Amathia, and she is someone who uses strength too, so it
Mhm.
definitely would be bad to give it to her.
What's her
So
luck growth again?
60.
Okay,
He's-
yeah, that should be fine.
He's the next best after
Fine.
Gare, probably. And what's her strength? Holy shit! Did you already apply it to strength
Oh,
or no?
I have not applied.
I will
Growth.
apply it. I will apply it.
What is this child?
Yo
Born
ho.
killer.
Donald! We got a Donald!
I thought Gare's growths were high. Holy shit!
This
A
is
95?
this is what I like to call plot armor. The longer these
Thank
God,
NPCs
the
stay alive,
child
the
has-
better.
It's also a pretty good guarantee to make us use them every single map rather than just being like, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so are you giving it to Amalthea?
I think that makes the most
Final
sense.
census? Alright, I will copy. Just give me one moment and I will get her sheet all set up. Oopsie whoopsie.
I did not realize Godfried had a 110 skill growth.
He's a fancy boy.
Keep going.
I would propose though he really doesn't. A, he doesn't need strength growth, and B, like,
No, absolutely
Come
not.
on.
I just
dude's like way stronger than the rest of us already.
no.
He leaves his own proof.
He doesn't need it at all. I just looked. I was like, oh, I know a lot about Amalthea's sheet because I keep having her, so I should just I forgot what everyone else's sheets look like. And I look at Gottfried and I see 110 skill
Oh,
growth,
yeah,
and I go,
like,
oh,
My boy is good.
Keep going.
It's fun playing him.
Alright, alright. I think Amalthea is good to go. And as a reminder, as part of, Hodor, right? Hodor's scroll, critical hits are now possible against Amalthea, so just keep that in mind. If I say I crit you and you are Amalthea, say no. Just say no.
No, you don't.
Just say no to crits.
Just say no to me killing you. Okay. So you guys have your fancy little scroll. Yeah, you're in Luan now. You're here.
Wow.
we're here to investigate the thing.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I, Dwyer, don't know how to do that. So,
Remind me what the thing is?
well, we
The
came
Book of
here.
Naga.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
we came here because we
Of
thought,
course.
oh, the rich people and all the stuff and things. But I am not smart enough to know how to, and I know so little about Jugdral especially that I'm like, I don't know what's here. I don't know what to do. What do you guys think?
Well, we heard that there's a school in Luan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to that. I forgot.
Yeah, let's.
Godfried, you, I don't
Also,
remember whether or not I've said this, so I'm gonna say that he doesn't remember either. But in his perspective of life, he helpfully reminds you that there was a school here. There is no longer
there-
a school here.
Oh.
So
Oh. Where did it used
I think
to
we
be?
heard it. Didn't we hear it like initially from someone way down south anyway? So they probably haven't been here
Yeah.
in a while.
In a while.
Crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then how about we ask Godfrey? Are there any remains or a past building we could go to?
He's gonna say, "Oh yeah, the building's still there. There's probably gonna be a couple guards, but the building's definitely still there."
What is it now? If the building's still there and it's being used, what is it now?
Empty mostly.
Then
Why are there
there guards?
Well, you know, reasons.
No.
I don't think we do.
He looks decidedly uncomfortable, and then after a moment he says, "Well, it might have been the scene of a crime a couple of years back, so they'd like to keep an eye on it just in case, you know."
What was the crime? And Octavia gives him a look.
And did you do it?
Are you asking him that?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
No. Octavia asks what was the crime, and Archibald leans in like from out of view from behind Octavia. It's like, and did you do it?
He's going to loudly say no.
Octavia's gonna smack the back of Archibald's head like, no.
He's gonna say, unfortunately, the professor there was tragically murdered a couple years back, and I guess they never really found the person that did. They know who did it, but they never found them. So they like to
Wait,
keep.
who did it?
Just one of the townspeople, an angry townsperson. But
And they have it still on guard for years, and they closed the school over it.
he's just gonna shrug. He says, "I don't know. I was just a student there at the time."
Oh. So you knew the guy that got murdered?
He's gonna like shrug a little bit. He says, "It was the professor for the other class, so not personally, but you know, I remember when it happened. I wasn't there. I wasn't there, but I remember hearing
yes,
about it."
we know you weren't there. We know.
Well, you don't know.
It's
It could
okay.
have happened during the school day.
Well, we know you
Well-
weren't in the room.
But,
And so the three houses tabletop arc flashed before Andrew's eyes briefly. Like, oh,
Val goes, well, most of us know you weren't there, and looks at Archibald, and then looks back and goes, okay. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Archibald is the most inconspicuous of all of us, which seems like it should be wrong. But he's the best at not getting caught at doing things. Not that great, seeing as he got caught and that's why he's here, but and so he looks at Archibald and goes, what do you think do you think sneaking in is a good idea? I feel like this is probably your expertise.
so remind me again here. Why do we have to sneak into this place?
Because there's guards.
Right,
No, I think
but like,
I think he means like
Why
purpose.
this place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
why here? What's up with?
Okay, so remember, Archibald, remember that we were sent here by a magic school?
Yeah,
To find a magic book.
yeah.
And this was once a magic school.
Oh,
This was just
I
a
see.
school. I
Okay.
assume they also taught magic, but it is just like a 2-room schoolhouse.
Oh.
This is just like where kids learn Algebra 1. whatever the
Yeah,
fantasy
we know
version of
that.
that.
It's like it's just like the local school.
It's like
They're
the middle
like,
school.
You,
No, but
you want a Mission Impossible? The local schoolhouse. Like
I'm gonna like I don't remember whether or not Gottfried has said this because he talks a lot and my brain is so small. But in the past you do recall that he has mentioned that he did learn magic here. Or he started learning magic here. So you can assume some sort of
also-
combat classes were going on.
Also,
Yeah.
he did say professor, and no one says professor for middle and high school students.
Yeah. It's like fancy boarding school. It's like the Jugdral equivalent of Eton.
he went to prep school. We get
This
it.
is
Come
this
on.
is the Mad Max version of prep school.
We learn how to make books into guns. Apparently,
Listen,
I mean,
it's a tough
he-
world out there.
He didn't make books into guns. He made a gun that shoots books. That's the difference.
There is a
yeah.
difference.
I mean,
Hey, if
I
you
guess.
need to, okay, and also if you need to escape, she does the little hand movement, and again, Archibald gets +4 speed.
Whoosh.
What's the sensation of getting +4 speed in narrative here? What is this?
I personally would think that it feels like you have a caffeine high.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like doing
Does
a
it-
line of coke, but that's
Are
a
they-
better.
Archibald's
This is
pupils
why
dilate
dancers
a
are
little bit. He's
so-
like, whoa. Oh, wow.
Big fast.
I guess
Sure.
you were
Okay.
too high up on adrenaline already last time.
Oh, yeah, God. Whoa, Gods, what are we? Okay, right. Schoolhouse. Let's go.
Okay, so Gottfried is going to lead you in the direction of the schoolhouse. But before you get to the schoolhouse, you pass through a couple market streets where people are selling their wares. You can see a couple weapons vendors, that kind of thing. It seems to be good quality stuff if anyone wants to stop and peruse the
Do they have
goods.
any swords?
Hold on, let me read. Yeah, they've got swords. The weapon vendor that is in front of you right now, because I assume you've stopped to like look for a second.
Mm-hmm.
They do have one sword. It's all the way in the back on like a fancy stand. Like, oh, this is our special item.
What is it? What type of sword?
It is a like katana like sword, and I'm just gonna tell you what it is from the sheet so you can look it up. It is Larcy's Edge. It's worth 800 gold.
Oh my god! Larcy!
Hold on, I need a tissue again. I have problems.
That's okay, we know.
Thanks, King. I don't remember what Larcy's Edge does. Hold on.
+1 uses to all active skills if enemy's HP is 100%. Grants strength/speed/defense/resistance +4 during combat. +5 to speed checks. Basically, you get to Astra a bitch.
Jesus.
You get to Astra.
But yes, it is in like sort of a fancy glass case on like a hand carved wooden stand. Like, oh, would you like to purchase our finest item?
You said
I
800?
Octavius
Val
thinking
starts
that's too
laughing.
steep. Sorry, what? Go ahead, Val.
Val starts laughing
Oh,
because, and Val goes, "We are too poor. Goodbye," and keeps walking.
And Octavia's like, wait, I wanted to haggle. And Octavia like scurries after
the merchant, before you're able to escape, like they have other stuff at the stand, so they do like hold their arms out, like, look at all my wares. If you can't afford my best stuff, I still have other shit. But yes.
Do you have any other swords?
No other swords.
Good day. I wanted to haggle.
Val looks at Octavia and goes, "Okay, I'm gonna look you in the face real fast.
Yes.
Hold on. I need to see how much. Let me look up. I know it's gonna be expensive, but
It's 800
and says,
gold.
yeah, and goes, do you genuinely think you could lower the price of 800 gold of a very, very nice weapon that man is clearly very proud to have as something he can sell to something affordable for this group. Do you genuinely think that?
No.
That's what I thought.
I have a question, Sam.
Hey, what's up?
While they're doing this thing off to the side, is this dude selling anything that seems illicit or illegal or anything like that?
Illegal?
Anything like kind of weird and off about any of his wares? Like,
What do
hey,
you
where the
mean
fuck
weird
did
and
you get
off?
that? Sort of. Like, anything. This is just like some random merch. Anything you look at and go like, where the fuck did you get that? You shouldn't have that. Sort of.
All of the weapons seem to be pretty much like standard. They're definitely higher quality than the stuff you've seen before. The only thing that stands out to you is there is a big old like tower shield looking thing that has some really intricate gold detailing on the front, but it's not like, oh, that's the shield of
It's not an
blah
ancient
blah the
relic.
blah blah. It's
not,
just like a nice
he's not.
it's a nice shield.
He's not dealing in illegally obtained relics or something.
No,
It's
no,
just a shield.
the only relic he seems to have is this Larcy's edge.
Damn, there goes the blackmail option.
I love how both of them are like, okay, how do we con this guy out of his sword?
Yeah. Fuck it. Can I do like a roll for just the general market score? Anything shifty?
Shifty.
Like on a scale of
Rumble check.
like corner store like griffs to like sinister hooded mages like lurking in a dark alley, like trading in, whatever. Just anything on the scale of that looks like a crime.
Yeah, you can roll.
Sure. Here we go again, folks. It's not gonna happen.
You got this, King. Eventually you'll roll good.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh god, with the -3 perception, that's a 13! Holy shit!
Yay!
Oh my god!
We gotta
we
get
did it.
Archibald some glasses.
If I could apply I wish I could apply a fantastical step out of combat, because that would be.
No, unfortunately
But
not.
I
That would be
can't.
busted. Okay, 13. You look around the square, you notice that there's like no shady dealings going on, because this is a pretty public place. This is like the main where everyone hangs out during the day. You can't see anything of extreme note at any of the stalls. You see some like food items that you think are kind of weird that you haven't seen before. Like there's like gunky black fish that you're especially like, oh, what the hell's up with that? But other than that, you don't see any crimes going on. You do notice that there are a lot of guards in this city, like a slightly abnormal amount. It's kind of like if you were to walk down the street in real life and there was just like a cop at every corner.
That ain't suspicious at all.
They're
Yeah.
they're not like doing anything though. They're talking to each other. They're talking to the citizens. This seemed to be like a normal occurrence. This is a very well guarded city. Reasons why, unsure. But yeah, other than stinky unknown fishes that you don't really feel like eating, or maybe you do, Archibald, and lots of guards. Yeah, nothing super shady going on.
If anything, it's the opposite.
No, yeah.
It's suspiciously well guarded.
Yeah, this is a well fortified little settlement.
Interesting. Damn. Best roll I've made this campaign, and it's a no, there's nothing here.
Wasted.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, at the very least, we know that we didn't find anything because there wasn't anything to find, not because Archibald needs glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also know it's crawling with guards everywhere, apparently.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I think. Is there anything that's like anything equipment wise that's just like, I don't know, something smaller and more reasonably affordable? Weird trinkets, knives, anything.
Yeah,
More
so the merchant you're standing in
subtle.
front of, I'm just gonna say there's like one weapon merchant because I have one shop open. But the weapon merchant you're standing in front of, they do have a knife on the table, and they also have like a little charm thing. It looks like a necklace. Presumably some sort of magical effect on that. I will just tell you what these two things are because yeah. So they have a stun knife. And then the magic charm thinking looking thing is a fire blessing, which you can find in items.
It's the sorry, what's the item called?
Stun knife and fire blessing.
Oh. Oh.
Um,
Oh.
I have an idea of something maybe that I can do to help us get a little more information as to why this place is swarming with cops.
Hmm?
So,
Sounds.
I mean, it's a maybe idea. Who knows? Val, you know how cops just implicitly trust each other because they're all terrible people and they all just obviously there's another case with guards necessarily, but in our life cops think that they're all great people and they all have to have cop solidarity or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Val's going to try and use his army man solidarity to get these guards to tell him what's going on and if they know why this place is so overly protected.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
That's my idea here. I'm going to use persuasion cuz I guess cuz Val is trying to persuade them into talking to
Okay.
him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just approach one random guard?
yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, Val looks like they've been in the war, so
Okay.
it's not
Still
like
got your armor on, yeah.
yeah, Val, and then they have the expression of someone who has seen too much shit. So, Val's gonna walk up to a guard and say, hi, I've noticed that this place is more heavily guarded than any place I've been in my life, which I don't know what that's about. And I was wondering, as a traveler here, is there something I should be concerned about? Because usually this level of security has a reason. And I was curious if there's anything I should personally be on the lookout for. Just whether I call for help or, do it myself. But, I mean, you all seem capable. I'm not saying you couldn't handle it. I'm saying what should I be looking for so I should know what I should be asking help with. I'm so bad at words. Dwyer's so bad at words.
No,
Fine.
the cop gets it.
Great. Fantastic.
Or the guard
Alright.
gets it, I guess. But yeah, they are fantasy cops, so.
Fantasy cops.
Oh.
I got a nat 20.
Oh!
Yes.
Okay.
Is this the first nat 20 of the campaign?
It might be.
Close. If
I
not the
feel like
first,
I've
it's
gotten
up
a nat 20 before.
there. It might be
you
in
have-
combat.
okay.
Maybe in combat. There's definitely
In
those
combat,
crits.
yeah.
But the guard is gonna like look you up and down and be like, yeah, armor, ponytail. this guy is
Designated
trustworthy.
combat verse.
He's like, yes, just one of the guard. Maybe not this guard, but this guy knows what's up. He's like, well, nothing to worry about, my friend. The city is so safe because there's so many of us. Like, you don't need to be too worried. We make sure the gray beasts keep out of city walls. And he just nods. Now that you like looking at him, you can see that the weapon he's holding is like, it's not exactly like, the dragon killing and beast killing weapons, but it's something very similar, like designed to pull apart scales and stuff like that. And you notice all the guards have weapons like this.
Oh, nice. Val nods and goes, that makes plenty of sense. I mean, it's beast country, and especially with the beast so close down by the lake, I've heard. It makes sense that they would want to put capable people to keep their people safe. So, thank you for the information. And Val walks back.
Okay.
Fine. I was just like, that's weird. There's way too many guards. But if that is a value, if that's what the guard, at the very least, the guard probably told the truth, considering I got a nat 20.
Yeah.
Uh,
As far as
so
the
that's
guard
at the very
knows.
least that's what the security thinks is the reason, and it's a reason that makes enough sense that I'm not too suspicious about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because this is one of the biggest settlements we've seen so far, they want to make sure they can protect it.
Oh, I totally forgot to have him say something. Can we like rewind time for a second?
Oh yeah, totally.
Lord.
Pretend I said this in the original statement, but as you guys are talking and he mentions the base, he's like, "Oh, and you know those mages that come from down south too. They always give us trouble." And that's where the continuity resumes.
Awesome. Well, Val's gonna ask him and go, dark mages? I'm
Oh
assuming?
yeah, always. They come poking around the edges. Don't they know to stay in Granvale?
Val nods to himself and says, yeah, we've seen them. We've avoided any contact with them, which is technically a lie. But Val technically means a fight, so she's not lying intentionally, she's just wrong. And she goes, but yeah, they really do have, I mean, mage types just have that curiosity. Sticking their noses where they don't belong. Which is not, I mean, she worked for a mage school, that's not her opinion. She thinks they're great, but she's trying to, I don't know.
Ingratiate herself.
Yeah. She's trying to be cool. So she nods and she says, thank you for the information. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And-
Keep
And
on
now we're
looking.
back to Val returning. Yeah.
Okay.
And Val turns to Octavia and to the group basically and says, so, you know those mages we saw? They're
Yeah.
not welcome here.
Oh.
Well, so people here don't like them, but are there like that? I was assuming everyone here knew each other kind of and was like on decent enough terms, but like if the people here don't like the Granvalian guys, then maybe other people don't like them either.
I mean,
And they're the ones doing this stuff with the white beasts.
I wouldn't know, the incredible details, but
Yeah.
as someone who worked as a guard, it would make sense to me that if I would anyone that came, looking for information that I didn't want them looking at would be something I'd be against that. But also, seeing as their main interest is the capture and research of the white beasts, if they fail at the second thing, the white beast goes on a rampage and is attacking people, and that's a big risk.
Yeah.
But it's the Granvalians. It seems, based on what I got from the conversation I just had, is that they come here and mess with things, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because they were very willing to get very close to this location to get to that white beast, despite the fact that the guards are on the lookout for them to kick them out.
Yeah, they were kind of acting like they were officially allowed to be there and stuff, and we weren't supposed to be there.
But it seems like they weren't supposed to either.
Interesting.
Very
The plot
interesting.
thickens.
Val, does Edwin say that, or is that Trikey?
No, that was right. Yeah.
Okay.
Aw.
I had to make a joke.
No, you're right. It's just that if Edwin had said that, Val would have looked at him and been like, real life doesn't have a plot. Because I do like making those kinds of jokes in things that are like this. I think they're
Yeah.
funny. So, but
Yeah.
In the alternate universe where that was said.
Yeah, Edwin is like deeply invested in figuring out what kind of society is going on here, but like to the point where he probably wouldn't even make jokes about it either.
Fair.
He's taking notes more than he's making jokes about anything.
Oh, that rhymed.
Nice.
nice. All right, so
Yeah,
that's I've done my thing that I'm smart about, and I am proud,
Yeah.
and I've got information.
You did a good job.
Anyway, thank you.
Excellent work. All right. What's next?
Archibald's staring at that table, specifically at the
Fire
fairly
blessing.
expensive fire blessing thing, and is debating the practicalities of theft
Oh no.
or deception.
Octavia goes back
in a
to Archibald and wraps an arm around his shoulders and looks down. Is like, "Nice thing you found."
yeah. I now feel Archibald now feels what Gare felt last session.
Yes, you do.
Eh,
Wouldn't
but
be happening to think of wasting that speed rally that I gave you when we're in a marketplace full of guards, right?
no.
Archibald, are you telling me
No.
the truth?
Yeah. Right. Sure.
Okay, then.
What are we talking about?
We are talking about leaving and going to the school. And then we'll see when we get back if the fire
Archibald
blessing
looks
is still
around
here.
at all the Archibald looks around at all the guards around the
And
town.
do you see what the guards have?
I don't know, a paycheck or something.
Oh yeah, they aren't freelance like us. But
Archibald says a cab.
but is also Octavia specifically being like, what type of weapons do these guards have?
I don't know. What do they have? Swords or something? This is me asking
They
Sam.
have
What do they have?
weapons specifically against gray beasts
Yeah. They
to
have
rend
dragon killers.
scales away from flesh.
Your point is taken.
Yeah.
Job. Because I'm pretty sure one of the things about being a Manakete is that even as a human, dragon effective weapons are still effective against you.
Oh,
You get
You-
She's
healed.
basically like, do not do this, you idiot.
You remember in that one shrine where we had the, and I'm whispering now, but I can't whisper into the mic because that doesn't work. Remember that one shrine where we had all the wood, all the wood carvings and the symbols, and some of it was blessed oak?
Yeah.
I think I've still got the dud chair leg with the inscription. Do you think that this guy would buy that as actual blessed oak? You think we could get him?
I mean, Octavia thinks that, and she's like, how good are you at persuading people?
Persuading? Eh.
It'll be a deception
Lying?
check.
Lying?
Oh.
Eh.
Okay, it'd be a deception.
This is
Well,
he's lying.
Lying is
lying.
better. I mean,
Yeah.
Archibald is terrible rolls forever, but he does have deception.
Yeah, if he has deception, okay, Octavia's like, okay.
What if
If it
you wanted
fails,
to? Hey,
you just
hey, hey.
pretend that you don't know shit. Got it?
Yeah, no, exactly. Hey, you wanted to see if we could haggle him down, right? That's what you guys were talking about over there.
Yeah.
What if let's go with the same routine as what we did at the lake just today, all right? The whole we're just travelers. We found some stuff. We don't know what it is. Hey, look at this thing. We found this thing. Buy that one. Do you think he'd buy that we just sort of found a thing by the Crusader Shrine? And we're wondering, like, we thought it looks like Blessed Oak. See how much it's worth.
I
Oh,
think,
Mr. Merchant Man, you know a lot more than us. Gee, you're such an expert. Do you think that you, tell us what
yeah,
this
that you
is?
could
Not what you
tell
give?
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least if he buys it, we'll get something out of it. I
I'm
mean,
not
if
sure
you're
how
in.
I mean, of course I'm in. It's my idea.
Yeah, it is your idea, but I'm helping. So I'm going to be as charming as I possibly can. And you need to make sure that you lie as best you can. Got it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. The
Excuse
merchant
me.
is at the table.
Oh my.
Hello. Oh, would you like to buy something?
Yeah, we might be thinking about that, but also we're traveling in town. We just and on our travels we found something interesting, and we're honestly looking for an expert to tell us a little bit more.
An expert. Oh, I could see what I know.
I nod and I will pull out. I have the leg of the chair is just normal wood wrapped up in some of those cloths. I'm glad I canonically stole a bunch of cloths from a cart like way earlier in the campaign. That's been useful, but I have it like wrapped up as if the way you wrap up anything during travel to like protect it. And I just sort of unwrap it and sort of hold it out in both hands and I mean like, yeah, found this thing down in a I don't know, it was by some sort of shrine bit south of here, southern Augustria, like, and it's got these. You can see these engravings on it on top here. I don't know what that, but it looks, I don't know, old.
A shrine. Interesting. Let me see that. And I'm gonna need you guys to make that deception check now.
Okay, does
It's a deception from me.
yeah,
Is
it's
it
a
deception for Octavia?
Can it be a persuasion for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Octavia, what are you persuading? What are you trying to persuade him to do?
I am persuading that if it ends up that he thinks we're trying to trick him, it's basically like we're just dumb.
Oh, okay. Playing dumb. Okay,
Basically,
yeah,
we
make your
don't.
checks.
I'm persuading him if he doesn't buy the bait that he's not going to call the guards on us.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, go ahead and make your checks.
Yeah.
Archibald first.
Oh my god. The curse continues. That is a 7.
Okay. Octavia, what'd you get?
19.
Okay. The merchant is going to appraise the item in his hand and say, good quality wood. They make houses out of this kind of lumber these days, but I'm afraid it doesn't have much value in this tiny of an amount. The carvings on it are interesting, but I'm not a scholar, and I don't really think it has much value just for that. So I'll just give this back to you. And he hands it back, but he doesn't call the guards. He doesn't seem to be like offended that you wasted his time. He's just like, oh yeah, no, that's nothing much, but good find.
Archibald looks disappointed and will make it look like he's disappointed it wasn't, interesting and not. Damn
it! and Octavia's like, oh, rats. Well, we travel a lot. Maybe we'll come across something else and stop by again. And she gives the merchant, a smile.
The merchant smiles back and says, I would be happy to take a look at any strange items you might find.
Oh, lovely. Actually, maybe have your name, please?
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
It's okay. You don't have to. You can tell me later.
No, it's fine. I'm behind the name open.
Hit the random button.
His
Let's
name
go.
is Sebastian. He says my name is Sebastian. You can always find me here, except on weekends. because I'm asleep.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Gotta get
no.
the rest in
That's
sometime.
how it happens on weekends. You go to bed.
That's how it be on this bitch of an earth.
Yeah, you're gonna say that to poor Sebastian here? You're gonna swear in
No,
front of him?
this is Rand saying it. Octavia just like, oh, thank you, Sebastian. My name is Via. Nice to meet you.
Via, it's lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Always nice to have travelers through these parts.
Do you get many around here?
Not super often. The beasts tend to pick them off before they can get this far north, but you know, we love seeing the survivors.
Oh,
Oh.
well, that's good to know.
But it's getting better, you know. They say the people down south are handling the situation better and better every day. So hopefully we'll be seeing more travelers soon.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. At least for your business's sake.
Surely, yes, surely.
Okay, and then they're like, Octavia says goodbye and make sure to gently take Archibald's arm to pull him away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As we walk away, as we like round a corner or get out of his sight, Eileen is like, God damn it. Fucking language is changing. Doesn't recognize ancient script. He fucking sees it.
Hey, it's okay. Hey,
That
you
con-
tried your best.
That con would have worked like 300 years ago. Damn it.
Well, it's not 300 years ago.
Yeah, no shit. Alright. Well.
Does Val look at them both, being like disapproving nod?
I mean, Val is not disapproving over trying to con someone. Val's more disappointed that like Archibald's this mad that it didn't work.
Don't get cranky.
Yeah, she's
Fucking
like,
society changing, language changing over literally 2,000 years. What the hell? Come on.
Val's like, dude. Sometimes when you lie to people, it doesn't work, and you gotta just kind of accept that.
You think I don't know that? I'm here.
Yeah, you're having a you're pouting.
Well, we did
Alright.
learn something a little bit, and Octavia shares the information she learned from Sebastian with the group.
Huh. I guess the only visitors Val puts visitors in quotes. The only visitors they get are the mages, and they aren't wanted.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said something
About people from the south that are handling things, but
Ooh.
Anvil is east of here.
And also didn't seem to be handling anything particularly well.
The mages from the south are what I was warned of as well. So seems the government isn't a fan of them here, but the people themselves, well, so long as the beasts are gone, they don't really have an issue with it. Wonder
interesting conflict.
Wonder what makes the government so against them then?
Dark mage prejudiced?
Hey.
Godfrey is going to step into the conversation at this point, and he says, "It's nothing so trivial as that. It's just merely a matter of territory. They're encroaching on territory, whether they're doing a good thing or not."
Where did you learn how to make stuff out of those things' blood?
Godfrey's just gonna say, personal experimentation, and a lot of trial and error.
And a lot of dogs.
And a lot of dogs. Well, just an egregious amount of dogs.
Yep.
I don't know. What are the chances that someone in, I don't know, government, or whatever passes for that here nowadays, would also know about what can be done with these things? Like, I'm thinking when we were on that mountain pass earlier. What was the mountain pass called, Tim?
Fuck.
Character figures.
Hell's Fingers.
Hell's Fingers. I thought it was. I was gonna say Satan's
Devil's?
Fingers, but that seemed wrong.
I was thinking
Because
Devil's
Satan
Fingers.
doesn't exist in Fire Emblem. That was my big giveaway. That it wasn't right. But
Hell exists, though.
Yeah,
yeah,
there we go. There's your Satan.
Hell's back on the. Well, we were crossing over the fingers, I guess.
Don't say it like that.
They didn't. Those guys weren't killing the bees, right? They had it like penned in. It seems a little weird for. I don't know. Isn't the whole look in my more unfortunate life experience? I feel like the sort of way society tends to go about dealing with giant monsters encroaching is with I don't know spears, arrows, blood, whatever. If I were a government trying to get rid of monsters all over the territory, putting them in a cage wouldn't be exactly, I don't know. And so secretly, too. Like, a little weird, right?
I feel like the weirdest part to me was that they fed it.
How so?
Well, just like if they wanted to get rid of it, why would they feed it?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Huh.
Wait. They were feeding it? And Octavia's
Didn't
like,
we hear like meat squelching or something because they threw
She-
something in the pit?
yeah, they did. I was like, wait, that was meat that they threw at it?
Oh, God. I forgot about I fucking spent half my time rummaging around in, like, this, or I forgot
The
to-
Meat
about that
Meister
detail.
himself, Mr. Crucial Detail.
This is why we are a team.
Oh, God. Gods. So, is the government... So, the local government here doesn't like whoever is in charge, whoever the mages are that are locking up the lizards. But the general populace seems to know nothing, or at least knows knows only that the problems are being taken care of. So
So they're
do
gaining
they-
favor
does-
with the populace.
Does the government control the beast? Do they?
I think that's pushing it too far. Let's think about what Godfrey said. He said it has to do with encroaching on territory. If they try to control the beasts in other people's territories, that is basically encroaching. But if they're also not just caging them, but maintaining them, they're feeding them, is the thing.
What is-
That sounds like it's a little bit more elaborate.
Where are the people from the south? Are they south of here, of Augustria, or south, like beyond the border south?
Are you talking to Godfrey or are you talking to the world at large?
Anyone in the party who would know, because Archibald sure doesn't.
Well, they said Granvale, and directly to the south is not Granvale.
Yeah. Should we bring out the map and double check? Are we on like an overhang?
A really old map that would actually have that information on it.
Yeah, Val's like,
I'm-
they didn't say Granville, they said Southern Mages.
Yeah.
Someone
And
said
the guard
someone
specifically said
Granvale.
The guard said Granvale.
I don't think he did. I think he said
No.
Southern, and you guys went, oh, Granville!
Sam,
No, he said Granvale.
We're
don't
in Augustria. What part
Oh.
of Augustria?
You're
We,
at the
like-
very top of Augustria. You're at the absolute maximum top of Augustria before you hit Orga Hill.
The very top. If you go down all the way south, technically speaking, this is Archibald because he searching Archibald now because he would actually know the general geography. I mean, technically, from where we are now, if you go south, it'd be a pretty shitty way to go, like straight down, but I guess technically there is some bit of Granville down there. Or it used to be, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, almost everything used to be Granville at one point, so they're not technically wrong.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
and
Octavia doesn't know that like everything used to be Granville.
At one point, Granville just took over like everything. I think the only things that weren't were like Thracia, and I don't know if Celeste counted because that was weird, but like probably Granville would count it.
Yeah, I feel.
Augustria definitely.
I think the only part of the continent that Granville did not at some point get its sticky fingers in was like southern Thracia.
like the
Yeah.
Thracian
Yeah.
Peninsula.
Not
in
even
general.
like
'Cause
the
I
whole
think-
peninsula. They got the top
Yeah.
part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think Trevant was technically still like king
He
of
was
Thracia. but-
technically a sovereign. He
Yeah.
kept his territory technically.
Yeah. Everything else though, Granville.
Our
Oh.
continent now, comrade. Celeste might have been separate, but like in a super
was
flimsy
occupied.
way.
Yeah, it was-
Like,
yeah, it
you're,
was-
you're
yeah.
ours.
Yeah, they did just kind of walk in.
Lewin was
And-
like, I'm
and-
out
and
of
then
here,
a-
and they were
air
like,
quotes-
oh, my
air
country
quotes
now.
accidentally, yeah. They air quotes accidentally killed the queen, so
Oopsie whoopsie. Oh no, looks like
Whoop.
somebody did
Yeah.
a fucky wucky.
it's like somebody accidentally did a little conquest.
Whoopsies.
They Granville looked at Celeste, said, "Is no one else going to rule over this?" And didn't wait for an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
true.
much.
God, this is actually really cursed. I was about to say a line, it's like, this could be construed as cursed, but I'm going to go with it anyway, because it's accurate to what's
Go for
going
it.
on here. I hate to say it, but I don't know. There is a, not insignificant history, around here, this whole continent, between giant magical lizards and government secrets. Archibald just sort of like points at himself, like, come on, like it's
Were you a
kind of
government
a-
secret?
me, no.
Speak out,
Oh.
Bigfoot.
Oh God, we
Were you a
Lizard-
cryptid?
the lizards started being secret after they lost control of the government. Like it was all dragons all the way here. It was not great, but I'm just saying the local culture tends to favor dark, sinister magic cults running empires in the background. And, like empires rise and fall and everything, and society basically collapses. But I feel like, I don't know, some things never change. And with Jugdral, the cults kind of seem to stick around.
Yeah, I
So-
wouldn't be that surprised.
There is
Now-
a high chance that there is one or more dragon or vaguely draconic cults running the show right now
Yeah.
for one of these governments or more.
Val, who has watched basically has worked at Cadane for 15 to 20 years, is like, yeah, when people see dragons that show any amount of capability or intelligence or power, cults just happen.
Oops.
Usually it's encouraged. Actually, it's not just
Yes.
people. It's if dragon trade secret. If the people think the religion was their idea, that means that the plan worked. Usually, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, but Octavia's thinking about it because like her knowledge of this beyond like the debriefing probably was like some old fairy tales and stories about Jugdral and kind of like that got passed on and ideas. But Octavia's like, but you said at the Ridge they used light magic. Didn't you?
Anyone
Yeah.
can use light magic.
And you do make a point there. That is
See,
weird.
I still made a point. Made a point.
Yes.
little weird if it were. Well, I feel like that on some level kind of. Never mind. Forget I was going to say anything there. But you know, yeah, no, you're right. That is strange.
But could well, hey, if any dragon found people start cults, I mean, I guess is technically the religion of Naga a cult? Where I'm just
So
Octavia
that's
just
a complicated question.
Octavia
I-
says this aloud, and she's like, huh.
I have in the past found my answers to that question to be controversial, so I'm just not going to.
Val sighs and says, any religion can become a cult. It's not necessarily the beliefs sometimes have to do with it. I mean, most sacrifices and stuff, but many religions, the only difference between a religion and a cult is the mentality and behavior of the people within them. I've personally had to deal with one or two small cults that have popped up in Arcanea that had to be dealt with. And the biggest difference between a cult and a religion is that a religion, if you talk to other people outside of your religion, or you disagree with one of the minor tenets, it's not a big deal. In a cult, the moment you show any sort of questioning anything, even if it's like, I don't feel like I need to wear a hat to church, or whatever the fuck it is, they will attack you they will say that you are betraying the entire group, you are doing this terrible thing, yada yada yada. So what I will say is, because the Church of Naga is so widespread and most of the time pretty chill, I'd say mostly not, but there could be pockets of it that maintain a cult-like mentality.
Okay.
Oh, they're talking about the church. You're all talking about the Church of Naga.
Well,
Archibald interjector is that playing his hand too much. Ooh, go on. Say whatever
No.
you're going to say when I think about that.
No, but this is our example. I'm thinking about it in terms like this. It's even though it sounds like Granville it has a history with giant cults that took control and created empires. I'm kind of thinking, like you said, it could work in the cycle again if it doesn't really ever die off. Even among so much of it not here anymore, it seems.
Hey, Sam.
Hi. Sorry, I've been eating Pocky
Hello?
while you guys were having this deep philosophical discussion.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Would Archibald know, given Archibald, were the white beasts, or any of them, a thing?
You are
when he was
absolutely 100% sure that you have never in your life heard of or seen a white beast before today.
Which is...
Or any
interesting.
color of beast.
Before coming on the continent.
Before
which is
coming
because we
on
all
Jugdral right now.
The second time.
Mhm.
As opposed... Okay. What does get me in this whole conversation... This is Archibald again. What does get me in this whole conversation with the beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you too, Godfrey. You, I don't know, study these things or whatever. When did you first start studying? How long have these things been here?
Godfrey's gonna respond. He says, well, they've been around for my whole life, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
You know, you hear stories when you're a kid, like, don't go into the woods, because the dragons will eat you.
Do they... How long do they... Okay, well, we're going to take that choice of words and we're going to hold on to that for later.
Oh no, Godfrey accidentally does a racism. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
But, hey, look, Side note, Sam. No. God, when I was thinking about the potential cult theory stuff and realized, oh God, am I about to initiate a conversation in this live stream D&D game about lizards potentially running the government in a secret
No.
shadow?
Oh,
no.
Damn it!
That-
It's actually maybe the plot of Fire Emblem half the time, but god damn
God
it!
damn it.
It's like
Oh no!
You also brought up cults around me, who grew up Mormon until I was 8.
Oh my
So
gosh!
I was like,
oh,
all right, time for my
I-
basic theology argument that I have to give people whenever I explain
Yeah.
to people that yes, Mormonism is a cult.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, god damn! I still don't want to put my foot in this, but there's a cult that's putting giant lizards in cages. I can't not.
But go ahead,
But-
Archibald. Sorry, I didn't mean to
yeah.
interrupt.
No, right. Where was I? Yeah. How did you ever get a sense of like how long these things have been talked about? Like, are the A, were they talking about the beasts, and B, were the beasts like, I don't know, old? How old are they supposed to be? Do you know? Like, are they old legends? Are they?
Well, this is Godfrey speaking. He says, well, I mean, to be honest, people haven't really talked about them until recently. They were more of a worst kept secret sort of thing, but they never really, I guess, encroached on human society very much until recently. They started popping up more and more recently. Recently being, before I was born, but I guess.
Archibald just sort of stares wide-eyed at the ground, sort of off to the side of everyone, just like breathes in and breathes out real deep once, and puts his fingers together and goes, "Okay, oh, that's interesting. Okay, wow."
He's
I
gonna continue to say, I assume they existed before then because there's definitely records of like similar creatures existing far in the past.
As he's talking, Archibald just looks him dead in the eyes and just sort of slowly shakes his head back and like,
Archibald?
I was around here a very long time. I was around here when this place was literally controlled by dragons. I was born when it was an empire run by dragon cults and whatever. I assumed, I don't know, I didn't think about it until just now, but I sort of assumed that these were local wild. The white beasts, these were not here. Like, I feel like I've sort of just missed a step here because I've been talking about like the history of this kind of shit happening here, which it does a lot. But these white beasts specifically that we're talking about, the ones that the government has in cages or whatever, those were not around for definitely not around 1,000 years ago, or for about the 1,000 before that.
Huh.
So, I sort of assumed that this was just sort of a long time thing, like things migrated or whatever, animals move around. It's how wyverns got everywhere. But if you're saying that these creatures only started appearing in records roughly before you were born.
No, he's gonna make a correction. He says, no, not roughly before I was born. I'm just saying they existed before I was born, but people just didn't talk about them very much.
Oh.
Because they weren't as frequent.
Because they
and
weren't
now
they
they're
weren't as frequent, and also no one wants to discuss that their family member got mauled by a giant lizard in the woods.
I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
fair enough.
yeah, but it was old enough that you started to hear scary stories, a boogeyman that made sure that you wouldn't go into the woods.
But not old enough to be part of, some of the more ancient secrets around here.
And they came from the ground.
Presumably, that's what I've always heard. I mean, I don't know if that's completely true.
This is Rand talking, and this is Rand talking, but I'm just like, is this a degeneration thing?
Dirt lizards.
Archibald,
Hey, Archibald, it's
hey,
Aunt Margaret.
Archibald, as Octavian Gottfried says those words, gets very, oh, fuck, sort of look on his face like, oh, oh no. Did you say from the ground?
Val looks at the Earth Dragon in the party with mild concern. Not like this is gonna happen to you, more like, are you okay with the fact that you just learned this information?
Uh-huh.
Amalthea is gonna step into the conversation now, and she's like slowly connecting the dots. She says, "But they don't look anything like Archibald. Why are you so little?"
Octavia does laugh at that, and then she like gently like pats Amalthea's arms, like, Amalthea, listen.
You can't just ask people why they're little.
No, that's
no.
not.
No.
Val says recently where we were from there was a war, and it was partially due to the fact that sometimes dragons, if they don't make themselves small and make themselves more human, they start to lose sight of what they start to degenerate, and their minds
They
become.
completely lose it.
No.
Yeah,
Turn into a giant
Amalthea like
foaming mouth
shakes her
lizard.
hand in the air. She shakes her hand in the air, and she's like, "I know about all that. Obviously, like legends tell of that. I mean, physically, you don't look anything like the white or black or any of the other kind of beasts. You look completely different."
And that's when she's, well, yes, sometimes when you degenerate, your form does too. And in order to stop degenerating, you have to give up some of your power.
Huh.
And none of these dragons did.
Possibly.
This continent is the origin point for the dragons that you guys dealt with in your lives, or hopefully not dealt with in your lives. They came overseas from here.
I'm gonna fact check you on that one, King.
I don't
That's
think
what
that
I
is
was
true.
not
I
told.
think
true.
it's the other way around.
It's the other way
Exactly
around.
the other way
It's
around.
the other way around.
Yeah.
They
I
came.
think
They-
Lobster.
Okay,
No,
I
no,
know.
no.
No.
I'll give a
Dead.
quick DM summary. I'm establishing the lore right here. Dragons originate from Arcanea. They go to Jugdral. They do some conquering. They do some saving
Sorry.
from the conquering, and then they come back.
No, this is
Yeah.
not a fact wrong. This is a clarity of words wrong. Archibald was talking about the evil Earth Dragon Empire thing, not about.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're talking about
He
like
was
the
talking about the
Loptus
whole-
Empire. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ones who then would have been, back and forth,
I will say, I think technically Lopter was from Arcania and actually died in Arcania and just possessed a guy over here.
That is
But I could be
true.
wrong.
Yeah, he skin suited that
is-
dude so hard.
Yeah, though I do. Yeah, you did meat suit that guy. I will say there is this is, again, we could talk about it in lore until the cows come home, but
Yeah.
there is lore technically that potentially there were at least like 2 known previous deities on Yggdrasil before Loptos came.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
like-
because there's like random mentions of gods sometimes.
Yeah, so there is that potential there, but it's never really expressed in the story itself. It's just referenced over there, so that is the possibility. But also, who's to say that because Laptos escaped the dragon's table, probably could have some other people escape the other dragons escape the dragon's
Oh yeah,
table.
absolutely.
I
All
think you
all
could
we
balance
know is specifically
about
all we know is
Laptos.
specifically Loftus.
And since since it's canon in this tabletop that Archibald was born on Jugdral, I think we could run with that.
Yeah.
Still run with that.
All right. While you guys are all standing around discussing philosophy, religion, and really cool lizards, Gare is going to finally strut up to the group and put his hands on his hips and say, "You guys are really going to discuss this in the middle of a crowded town square?"
We're off to the side.
There's enough people in this square where they can definitely like just hear you.
Edwin wasn't even thinking about it. He got really
Like,
into it.
we were into the lore. And
Val, Val Autism Moment is gonna look at Garen and go, "Why is that a problem?" Like she straight up is like, "We're just talking. Who cares?"
yeah.
Gare is gonna like hold his hands out and like look around and say, Don't you think just discussing this kind of thing in front of this many people will upset someone? We don't want to get thrown out. Besides, don't you guys have a school to rob or something?"
Okay, please say he didn't say that at a volume.
No, he did. He super did. He's not self-aware at all.
Octavia is just gonna walk up to him, put a hand on his shoulder, and is like, "Do you want to go find us an inn, Gare?"
Oh, Jesus.
Gare's gonna look.
Don't take that.
Gare's gonna look
no,
absolutely
not like that.
repulsed.
No,
That's
it's just, and
threatening.
she just realized, like, no, I mean to stay. All of us, you goddamn gross.
Gare is going to turn on his heel and he's gonna say happily, "Amalthea, come on." And she's gonna be like, "Oh, but I wanted to rob a school." But she's gonna trot along after him.
Val, says, "Wait, before you go," and then lowers her voice because she's smarter and goes, "Making people mildly upset is fine. Talking out loud about crimes we might commit might not be the move." And then says, "Okay, you can go."
Gare is gonna like pause for a minute and you can see like Windows loading screen in his brain as he processes this information because he's still like on brigand time
Hey.
zone.
Hey, this is
Octavia just
something
like makes like a
Sam, I had a roll I wanted to make,
Oh, yeah,
but
go
got lost like in the 20 minutes of theology. I
what
guess.
role was it?
While we've been talking about all the dragon stuff and also the ancient history, Crusaders, governments, cult, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Archibald does want to know: does Gare respond weird to that in any way other than what he just did?
Okay.
Like, was he at any point getting the similar eyes of like, "Oh shit," that Archibald was when these topics came up?
Mm-hmm.
Does he know what's going on? Does he have something he's not telling me?
Okay, that's gonna be a perception check or a history check. Oh no, I guess you're perceiving him.
Yeah,
the
it's
history itself.
perceiving him, and God, this is going
I
to
forgot about your theory.
yeah, this is going to fail, obviously. You know,
Archibald
but
theories.
let's give it a shot. Wait, what is that? I actually don't. That rolled off to the side. I can't tell.
King, you gotta
Try
roll
again.
on the desk. We talked about this.
Oh,
That's why I have a dice box.
that's a 9.
A 9. You can.
That's good for Archibald.
Yeah.
As you're perceiving Gare, as you guys like the first time you guys bring up like Crusaders and dragons and stuff, you like casually side eye look over at where he's standing, and he's like kind of off to the side, not really paying attention to what you guys are looking at. He's looking at the square. But the minute you guys say like Crusader, you can see his eyes just like roll. But other than that, no other response. He's just like, I don't want to be part of this conversation. Yeah.
Archibald will not mention this yet. Yet.
Taking notes.
Octavia's still like, why the fuck did he think that?
But yes, Gare and Amalthea are going to go find an inn. They have not been given directions, so they're just going to wander the streets for a while, leaving the party plus Godfried still around.
Good.
Would you like to head to the
Cool.
school?
Yeah.
All right,
Sure.
before we head to
Um,
school, does anyone need a break? Because I would like to do school and then call it a day.
Okay.
I need
I'm-
to get some water.
Okay.
Mhm.
5-minute break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, is anyone back?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Hello?
Shove Pocky in my mouth.
Hello. Ooh, popcorn.
Hi there. God, the revelation that Fire Emblem's actual recurring plot is that society is run by actual lizard people really does hit weird. Oh,
Mhm.
Very
God.
cool. 3 houses.
I mean,
Thanks,
that's
Three
definitely
Houses.
the plot of Three Houses. Most of the other games are not that they secretly run society,
Yeah,
but
most of
that
the other games, it's like
They
they once
brazenly
ran.
run
They
soci-
once
they
ran
run-
society.
they run society like from on high. Like, oh
they
God.
They're
ran
more like
society.
religious figures, I think.
Yeah,
And it's not like
they're-
it's not like a secret. Like everyone's like, "Yep, Naga, famous dragon. Love that
Yeah.
about her." Whereas
I
3
don't
houses,
think
it's
that- I
like,
think in,
"Oh,
um,
they're dragon."
decisions. She's not making
think-
decisions for the Exalt or anything. Like, she's just like a powerful figure that they
She's
worship.
like literally
They-
asleep.
Yeah.
Most of the dragon.
I think in
most of the-
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna make a joke about them being mostly comatose for the plot. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think in Shadow Dragon they aren't even like 100% certain that they're dragons or anything. They just call them gods, and then you like learn that Naga was a dragon through the course of Shadow Dragon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
I
not like a
think
big
what
reveal
I
or anything.
what I was thinking of, again, I know the Jugdral stuff better than Arcane, but I know that one of the things is that Loctus blinks away to Jugdral. So this actually makes sense for how Archibald would view it. No, that's not. It was probably player on my part, but Loftus, like, sneaks away to Jugdral and sets up his empire, which is not a secret there, but the point was to get away from Naga and,
The
all
gang.
that divine
Yeah.
dragon shit. So there is a
Mhm.
point in the
squad.
lore, I'm pretty sure, that basically equivalent to all the divine dragons in Arcanea going, "Hey, wait a minute!" Like it's like
Yeah.
from his perspective, from Archibald's perspective, it's like it was secret from the divine dragons.
Hey, before we start game again, is
Yeah.
any of you watching the Twitch stream at the moment?
I am.
Can one of you
No.
turn your volume on the Twitch stream and just make sure my mic isn't freaking out? Because my headphones are. Is my mic freaking out?
I can hear you asking me to turn on the audio on the stream.
Okay, did it sound bad or weird? Was it like scratchy?
No,
Okay, then
no,
we're good.
your audio sounds better than mine, so.
Excellent. All right. Let's jump back in. All right, so you guys are led by Godfrey down some back roads towards a small like wooden building. It is guarded. The front door is guarded by two people. But there does seem to be a like path around the back, which Godfrey points you guys to, and he's like, "We can probably get in through the back door."
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Edwin is not good at sneaking, so he's just following what everyone else is doing.
Do I still have rally speed?
You do still have
Yes.
rally speed. But Godfrey does point out that someone should probably distract the guards, and then other people can go in the door. Because the
Right.
path to the back is very much visible. So this is going to be a split the party moment. Who's going in and who's having fun outside.
I nominate you for distraction. Archibald says, pointing at Godfrey. No, hear me out. You were a student here, right?
Yes.
Former student, coming back, check in, see what happened to the place.
I think I'd prefer to go inside. You don't really know what you're looking for in there, do you? I think you probably need me. Besides, I'm not on super friendly terms with the local guard.
You could have led with that.
No, we know this already.
He goes, "Did I not ask if you were going to get arrested if we walked in here and you said no?"
I didn't say. Well, okay. You said walked in here. Here is in city. No, here is in building you're not supposed to walk into. Definitely.
Well, if you're not on friendly terms with the guards, that's something I was asking about.
Well, I'm not on listen, it's complicated.
Val
You have an
sighed.
axe in the guard? How is it complicated?
It's complicated.
Val sighs very heavily, and it says, "Okay, I think Godfrey should go inside because he knows what it looks like, and he's been here before. I think Archibald should go inside because he has sticky fingers and is good at stealing things.
And Edwin should go inside because it's a school.
He
Sure.
loves that
Also,
shit.
I'm not gonna be good at like making these people think I'm trying to hold a normal conversation with them.
That's also very true.
Okay,
Love you very. That leaves Octavia, Amalthea, and Gare.
No, Amalthea and
No.
Gare
not
are
Gare.
finding it
I
in.
forgot about that.
So it's
They're not
either
home.
me or you. So it's ultimately what you want to do. I'm fine with either. I'm fine with being a distraction because apparently I've realized I can milk this distraction thing if I need to.
Yeah.
Apparently too well because Gare got ideas and that was gross.
Oh god.
Val snorts and goes,
It was gross.
"No, it was gross. I'm not saying it wasn't gross.
Let it be stated for the record that when I said "oh god" to that, when I made that reaction noise out of character, that was oh god, that's threatening. There was not supposed to be any implication coming from me. Everyone else heard my reaction to it, and interpreted. Let that be stated for the record. I wasn't making it weird.
Okay.
Carry on.
The amount of weird things that seem to happen around Gare, not of his own volition. Poor guy. But anyways.
Val says, I will be happy. I think you should distract, and I will be the backup. Because guards, when they see other military people, assume that we're chill. And also, I can't flirt with guards because I'm in my 50s. And they...
Oh, I'm sure
That's-
you could. Val, don't
Val,
shout
yeah,
yourself
That's
out.
very empowering. Thank you, Octave.
Val,
Archibald chokes on his own breath briefly.
Val is internally thinking, did I just get called a gilf?
Octavia does not elaborate. She's just like, you could get it. You could get it if you tried.
And so he's holding a hand goes to the side of his torso, and he just says, "It's a bad idea. Trust me. I am happy to come in and save your ass because guards implicitly trust other military people because they're stupid. But I think you will probably have more success than me."
Okay. I appreciate your backup.
All right, before you go, showing your body parts to.
I'm
local
God.
not gonna do that.
Jesus, I am
Gonna
so
do
sorry.
that.
Once
God,
again,
I
I
mean-
did not mean to
Guys,
imply anything at all, actually. Oh god.
It is.
I kid. Before you go distract the guards, Godfried is going to, because he's been carrying around like the, I guess, carrying case for his magic scope this whole time, which is that big long box,
Mhm.
that he wears across his back, and he's gonna take that off, and he's going to hand it to Val, and he's just gonna say, "I can't sneak around with this. Can you hold on to this for me?"
Val's like, "Sure."
As you take the box from him, you notice that it is in fact incredibly heavy, heavier than just like what you've seen him make the scope out of, because he takes it apart every time he builds it, and then he takes it apart to better fit it in the box, but it's definitely way heavier than just.
This boy has a -3 modifier in strength, Sam.
It's got like thick metal straps, and he's like dragging it along,
like-
kind of.
God,
Okay.
is this NPC carrying around like a mysterious lead shielded box or something? What is this man?
Val,
But yeah, he hands it to Val, and he's like, "Thanks, appreciate it."
Val, who's proficient in athletics and has really good strength, actually probably doesn't notice that. Like, notices that it's heavier than it should be, but doesn't really think about, oh, this is too heavy to be X for someone to carry. Because in Val's mind, like, he just lives like this.
Yeah, I want to clarify that it's not like like impossibly heavy. Like, this is like something a soldier might carry around on their back, like when they walk around. It's not like
Yeah, and
kills
Val.
you.
So exactly. So Val doesn't even like realize at all that this is like an unusual weight. Val's like, yeah, this is how heavy things are.
oh, sick, nice, a box. Yeah, but he's gonna
Because
hand that
this happens to me a lot when I pick up groceries. I'm like, oh, like people are like, do you need help with that? And I'm holding all the groceries in one arm, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
strong. But yes, okay. You're welcome to put your plan into action at any point.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming now because it'd be weird to be like,
Yes.
then let's go to bed.
Let's all go and find that inn.
Okay, yeah. So, as Octavia is gonna make then our question for Dwyer: are Val and Octavia going together, or is Val gonna come in case things go wrong and pretend, oh, I was looking for you, my bad.
Yeah, Val's gonna come in if something goes wrong, but it'd be really weird if Val just stood next to Octavia while Octavia flirted with these guards.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. And Octavia just thinks to herself, like, why did I stop doing dancing? Still got it. And then,
Girl boss.
but we'll see. and Octavia does make the long way around back to the guards, and she's still wearing her travel clothes, but she makes sure that her hair is nicer.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there's some more effort put into it, and she did put on like a little bit of makeup.
Oh.
As she did.
The guards do notice that a woman is approaching.
Oh, God. God.
This can only go well.
Oh, God. Oh, excuse me.
Can we help you, ma'am?
Yeah, I was wondering, what building is this? I'm new in town. I don't know much, and unfortunately, I've lost my group, so I'm just trying to find my way around.
This is the old schoolhouse. You're on the edge of town. You're gonna want to turn back up the road you came from if you want to get back to the market.
Oh, thank you, but I'm not that good with directions. Could you could one of you guide me and point in the right direction for me?
The two guards look at each other, and it's less of a do we trust this woman and more, ooh, which one of us gets to accompany the woman?
God.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Amazing.
And after doing what appears to be like a mental psychic rock paper scissors match, the guy that you are talking to turns back to you and smiles, and he's like, I would be happy to accompany you back to the market. And he gestures forwards behind you, after you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right, you lead him
Well, that's
away.
one guard down.
you got one of them.
I got one of them, and Val sees this.
And the other one's at the back. There's no other one at the back door, right?
There
The
is
back
no
door's
guard at the
unguarded?
back door, but the back door can be seen by this guard.
Shit.
So that's
Okay.
one of them. Damn it.
Is he busy looking at Octavia?
No, he's noticed that Val is just kind of standing there now.
Damn it.
He's like, oh, I thought you two were together, but apparently not. Like, oh, what's your problem? What's your issue? Do you also want to go to school?
Val was hiding. They weren't.
Is Val hiding?
Val,
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it hiding. I would say watching out of sight, but not crouched or anything.
Loitering.
Just kind of behind a wall, not acting, not hiding, but
listening.
not hiding. Yeah.
Listening, perhaps.
Okay. Well, this guard is still just standing there, up. Another long day. It's always Jeffrey that gets to help the girls. I'm stuck here.
This session, the last, I'm just having all sorts of flashbacks to the first town encounter of this entire campaign, where I got all covered in mud and blood and ran out into the middle of a field in the town and started screaming, "Get inside!" We are two different people as players. Oh my god.
Val realizes that it's come to him, and he's like, well, I guess he has an idea. So what he does is he has a headband that he constantly wears. And he takes it off, and two of the beads on that headband are a pretty dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
And so he starts holding those beads, and he walks over to this guard.
Okay.
And he is in pain. He is in physical pain right now. This is not a lie. He's not pretending to be in pain. He's in pain. And she walks up to this guard, and she goes, and she so one hand is holding the beads and the other is holding her right side, and she says, pardon, is there some sort of doctor nearby. I seem to be having some sort of flare-up. And he's clutching his side, and he's in, like, a good amount of pain right now. And he's so, yeah, that's his thing, is he's in pain, and he's asking if he can be escorted to a doctor. And he's like, I don't think, I'm not from around here, and I'm not certain I can walk on my own. And this is actually true.
Okay.
Val is using psychosymptomatic pain that Val experiences when he thinks about his wife to manipulate this guard.
Jesus.
The guard is gonna like look around like, I don't know what to do. And he says, "Oh, what's wrong? What happened?
So Val lifts up the right side of his tunic, and there is there's a really gnarled scar there. This is a scar that clearly should have been fatal.
Mm-hmm.
It's thick and bad, and he says, sometimes this wound acts up, and oh fuck, I need it to be looked at to see if there's been hemorrhaging in the past. I need somewhere.
At the word
I
hemorrhaging,
need
the guard immediately is like, "Oh God, this is serious." And he without asking, like, sort of takes your arm over his shoulder, and he's like, "Here, I can escort you to the local doctor, or at least the church. You can lay down or something. Do you want me to take that bag for you?" And he motions to the box that's on your back.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Val says, you can hold on to it, but please, just take me to the church. Put it next to me. I'm pretty sure this is just a flare-up. If I lay down, I'll be alright. Just take me. That works for me.
Alright, he takes
and
the box.
Val is going to not stop looking at the box.
Okay.
The box is not leaving Val's line of sight.
Okay, the guard takes the box, and he half walks, half drags you away from the scene of the crime.
And Val, for the splittest second, this is the only time Val is not looking directly at that box to make sure nothing happens. Looks towards the back door, like, and is this glare of, like, I am literally putting myself in pain for you. If you fuck this up, I'm killing you. And
in
looks
that
back
moment,
at the box.
that wall that you were the opposite, like the far side of that wall you were standing by earlier, way around by the back door, you just see Archibald's head slowly rise up, like the world's slowest whack-a-mole, just looks around like a groundhog or something, looking like coast clear, and then just pops back down and starts slinking over towards the door.
Alright, Godfrey's gonna follow behind you as you slink.
Cool. Do I have to roll for this, or the guards are all gone?
The guards are all gone, but the door is locked.
God damn it.
There's like a thick chain.
I mean, my sword is a lockpick.
Alright, that works.
Well, actually, that's a good point. The thief's sword lets me steal from chests without keys.
This is the same kind of lock one would use on a chest. It's like a key lock. That sword would not work on, like, say, a magic lock or a combination lock, but it would work on this.
A door that wanted a key.
Yeah.
Not or something.
If it's a normal key, if it's not like something weird, it'll work.
If you can't stick the blade in it and like pry it open or something, then it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do I have to roll?
Nope.
Crack it open.
You can just use your thing, your sword.
All right.
You're in.
Cool. So I set Archibald is switching to I don't know, Counter-Strike mode. Just like takes out the sword, crouched down, looks over at Edwin and Godfrey to nod silently, and then just sticks the sword blade in and pop.
Oh, Godfrey was not like looking. by the way, Val, when you like gave his stuff away, so he has no idea that his stuff is not where it should be.
That's not what Val's not concerned about that. Val is concerned he won't get it back, but is more concerned that these people will somehow like not like I don't know, like make it very clear that they broke in or get caught, and then Val will have literally like brought up painful memories and experienced them on purpose for no reason.
Oh,
Oh.
oh no, Val.
Would it be
Alright.
crazy if we never saw Gare again? If he just
He just went home.
No, we still
It
need him.
would
I
be
want to know
funny.
what shit is going on with that guy. I want to
I so
know.
do I want to crack that dude like a walnut, but I am. He was
Wow.
totally fucked up.
He's gotta listen. I would be sad if we lost Gare because I like him very much, but he's got a mafia with him. We have to see him again.
No, for that we
Yeah.
would have. I would hunt him down if he took the child.
Exactly. Val would
Yeah.
kill him if he took the child.
Oh
actually.
boy.
He took the child.
My
we'd
big
all be
reveal
out
where
for
I
his
show that
blood.
Gare is the real villain of this campaign and he kidnaps children. No, I would not do that.
Yes, you would, but go on.
I would, but I guarantee 100% DM's honor, I'm not doing that now. He is in fact added in. He is asleep
Right.
and or getting drunk.
Good
But-
for him.
Yes, the
Yeah,
door is
good for him.
open, and you three are able to escape into the darkened halls of the former school.
Hell yeah.
How big is this place?
It is like not like a one-room schoolhouse, it's more like a three-room schoolhouse. There's like a big hallway in the middle, and then on either side of the hallway is like a school room, like where the educating happens. And then there's like
I
a
see.
bathroom somewhere.
I see.
We're gonna pretend
Hmm.
that Fire Emblem Universe has indoor plumbing because gross.
Yeah, magic. It works.
It's got they got magic plumbing. It's fine.
So, after creeping around for a bit and making sure that there's no one obvious, like they don't just open the door and there's a bunch of dudes just standing in there like in a circle, like chanting ominously or something. Turn to Godfrey, it's like, okay, you at the school here, where do we go?
Godfrey is gonna just like blink at you and say, "Well, that depends. What are we looking for? The Book of Naga, or I don't know, information."
Turn to look at Edwin. Kid, what are we looking for?
The Book of Naga.
No, that's.
Oh.
I don't think we actually think that there's a chance.
You don't
that
think
the
it's
Book of Naga's
here.
Yeah, Godfrey's
But-
gonna like look at you and be like, "You think it's here?"
No, we don't actually think it's here. I think me, Dwyer, thinks that we're probably looking for any information we can find about the Book of Naga, about people that could have the Book of Naga, about big magical organizations, people that claim they have something of great magical power.
Maybe about the
updating
murder,
map
too.
would be good. Anything,
Yeah, I
you
kind of
know.
want to know about the murder.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, now I'm curious. Now that you mentioned that, I am curious, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
curious about the murder.
murder. But that's a secondary goal, I guess.
Secondary goal. Primary goal, Book of Naga.
All right. Well, if you're requesting information on where you can find the Book of Naga, Godfrey's gonna like think to himself. And he says, "Well, there were obviously bookshelves in the school, so they might have information, maybe like a history text you haven't come across yet. Other than that, I don't think the teachers here would have known where it is. But
No. It's who ran this school? Like, who owned this? Who ran this thing?
there were two professors that worked together at the school.
No, sure, but who like funded the school?
I mean, they did. It was kind of a homemade operation, as if you haven't been able
Okay.
to tell. Jugdral isn't
Where did
exactly a
they-
land of
did-
great education.
No, it is not. Did they keep like a record? Did they have like a records office or something somewhere where two teachers, mages would keep, I don't know, letters to?
Godfrey's gonna like think to himself and say, "You know what? Probably." And then he's going to walk down the hall and sort of like peek in the window of one of the rooms. And he says, there was a teacher's a small office in the back of the classroom that we weren't really supposed to go in because that's where all the test answers were kept. There might be something back there. Oh my god, I
That
just got
sounds
so cold. I'm
like-
sorry. You just heard me make a vocal shivering noise. I don't know what.
Ooh.
Blankie for Sam.
Yeah, get a
I
blanket.
have a blanket. I don't know why I just got like a cold flash. That was weird.
It happens
A
in
ghost
winter.
passed through me. Okay.
Discord ghost
Well-
gonna get you.
This sounds like as good a place to start as any. We can just go look? Should we roll anything for?
I open the doors. You two read.
Well,
Okay.
thankfully these doors are unlocked. The next door that you open is to a classroom. The tables and the chairs and everything have been like knocked over and they're all dusty and broken with time. There's like a big, I guess blackboard. They probably have blackboards or something equivalent. On one end of the room, and everything else is just kind of like empty bookshelves. It's kind of like someone tried to clean it up and then like just was like, good enough. No one's using this place anyway. But as you make your way to the back part of the room, there is another door, which is another little unlocked room. And this is clearly the back office that Godfrey was talking about because there is a desk here, a big like wooden crate full of paper, and just like stacks and stacks of books.
Well, time to look through all the books, one by one.
Okay.
We are not in
Edwin-
any hurry whatsoever.
Do you wanna
Edwin-
make like a scholastics check to see what kind of books you find?
Sure, I do.
Edwin is like, oh no, we have to check
Oh.
all of the books.
We have to read.
Oh, rats.
No, Archibald's like, God, yeah, we have to read.
Scholastics. No, this isn't my sheet. I was like, why is scholastics not highlighted here? It should be highlighted. I swear I picked that one. I was looking at Gare's sheet.
Gare doesn't know how to read.
Gare doesn't know how to.
You think I'm
He
lying
currently
about that?
doesn't
He
know how to
probably
read.
doesn't.
I have questions about Gare. Sam, you have.
Gare has questions about Gare.
Oh.
Okay,
Gear down for therapy.
18.
18. All right. So as you're
18.
shuffling through books, it is mostly like texts on, this is where children were educated. So it's like, okay, here's some basic
Yes.
mathematics, the basics of language, all that good stuff. Ancient
Yeah.
homework papers from years past flutter to the floor. But as you're rifling through all these books, you manage to find a couple things of interest. The first thing is a skill scroll, and that is for the skill Tantivity. And these are like instructional scrolls, so they look a little bit different, but they function the same. These are clearly like teaching tools that
Yeah.
can be used for combat classes, but it will work like a normal skill scroll. So Tantivity. You find another one for Breathe Water. That's another skill scroll. And then as you're like shuffling around at the like very bottom of the pile, you manage to find a damaged but still functional copy of the Dark Spikes tome.
I see. I'll just hold on to that. What was the first skill scroll you said?
Tantivity, Tantivity, and then Breathe
Okay.
Water.
I see.
While you're doing that, Gottfried is like squatted on the floor looking through that big like wooden box full of loose paper, and he's just kind of flipping through stuff, and he's mumbling to himself, and you can hear if you're listening that like he's just like, oh, these are student grades. Oh god, I hope I don't find mine in here. I know I failed that test. Traumatic memories from high school. Everyone's got them.
Well, while the nerds are reading, Archibald is going to do what he does and play the game of if I were a nerd, but a nerd in a position of power, where would I if this were my office, where would I hide like money and weird valuables?
Okay. Do you
I
want to
want to
make
search.
like a check to search the room? I don't know what
Yes,
that would be.
I'm prepared to fail once again because that's the
I guess
ethos of
that
this
would be a
character at this point.
perception check just to scope
Ooh!
out the room.
Oh! Oh shit! That's okay! That's
Okay.
a 12!
A 12?
Wow.
You look under the desk, and you can see that there's actually like a little hidden drawer under this desk. You excitedly open it, only to find that it's unfortunately mostly empty. You do find 12 gold and a torn and mice-bitten skill scroll, and that is the Born Fighter skill scroll.
Ooh.
But other than that, unfortunately, you don't find anything like, oh, we cracked the code, or we are millionaires. Seems like this place has mostly
Torn
been
but
cleaned up.
functional, right?
Yeah, warm but functional. You can definitely still use it. It smells bad, but you can use it. And
Alright.
that's Born Fighter.
This is good. Oh, that's good.
Wild. Yeah, I was just looking at it. I was like, whoa, that's really good.
Hello, I'm the tank. Oh shit. Oh god. Yes. Please.
Godfrey is going to get to the bottom of the pile of papers, and he started like putting them into two piles. One pile being just like blank or unreadable or just like garbage, and the other one being like, oh, actual legible paper. And he's starting to get to the bottom of his box. He doesn't look like he's like had a eureka moment, so maybe it's just like grades and worksheets.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else around the room. Obviously weird.
Murder scene.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, who
obvious.
did get murdered? Did we hear who got murdered?
One of the professors.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of the two professors.
Was this the hey to Godfrey? Was this is this the office of the dude who got off? Or is that different?
No, that would be across the hall. This would be the office of my professor.
Oh.
And
What
as
are we
he does
doing
that,
here
he like
then?
pulls out a sheet of paper from the bottom of the box, and he like immediately like looks like unhappy. He's like, "Oh no, my stuff is in here," and he's gonna like crumple it up and shove it in his pocket.
Well, are you a bad student or something?
Godfried is going to like give you the side eye, like don't ask questions.
I rifle around in literal garbage for a living, man. Like, don't worry about it.
But yes, the professor that got murdered was the one that taught across the hall.
That's far more interesting. I'm gonna go to the murder scene.
Okay.
Or gonna go to the deceased's office or whatever. Sam, I'm doing that.
Okay,
I'm doing
yeah.
that now.
Godfrey's going to remain where he is sorting paper. Edwin, who are you sticking with?
Yeah. Hey, kitty, come.
Well, I think I looked through all my stuff, so I'm gonna go with Archibald.
Okay. Okay, you two are gonna go across the hall. The opposite classroom looks much the same as the first one. It is messy, there's furniture everywhere, and it's been mostly cleaned out. But you notice that there is a lock on the office at the back.
A giant
A lock,
padlock
you
that a
said?
sword
Yeah, a
can
padlock,
open,
like
or
a big old metal lock.
a sword openable lock.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Real quick before I open the door, I pause and turn around. Did he say that the dude was murdered in this room? Where was he murdered?
I don't know. I don't know where someone might get murdered either. I'm not really used to murder, I have to say.
Oh God, the
It's okay,
innocence.
Edwin, you will be.
Oh wow, kid. You got a long way to go. And I'm gonna pop the lock and just peer in the door, see if there's any bloodstains or something.
It is very dark, but instantly you recognize that the walls in here are far more goopy, like the essence of
Oh.
goopy than they probably should have been.
I peer through after that little flare move, I peer through the door crack, and then I take a step back and I just close the door and turn around with my back to it and look at Edwin directly in the face like, oh yeah. We should go get
What's in there?
we should go get the other book, dude. The walls are slimy in there.
Oh.
That can't be good.
They're not slimy.
Yeah,
it's just they look like they
I'll
might
go
have been
get him.
slimy a couple years ago.
Yeah. You want to go get
Yeah, I'll just go
Yeah.
get him.
Yeah, I'm gonna just make sure that nothing comes out. I say, drawing the dragon stone and sword and backing away from the door slowly.
Edwin's like, he's walking across the hall, but he's like, he's not gonna take his eyes off that door either. Like, way to be ominous.
Okay. So do you get to the other office, or are you like hovering and
Yeah,
watching?
yeah.
Okay. As you enter the other office, Gottfried is clearly very busy. He's like reading a paper very intensely that is in front of him, and as you come in, he folds it carefully and puts it in his pocket.
Oh, what you got there?
Just some old papers from when I was a student here. Probably best to get rid of them. They're not my best work.
Yeah, I can understand that feeling.
He's gonna stand up and he's gonna say, did you find anything in the other room?
Yeah, I think, Archibald found blood.
Blood?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Godfrey's just gonna like push past you, and I assume
Yeah.
you're not very large, so he's just gonna like
No.
swipe on past you.
Yeah.
As you two arrive, behind some of the desks that are turned on their side, Archibald, you just see Archibald's head, like half of Archibald's head poking out with a sword, like what are they, machine gunners in World War One behind one of the trench barriers, just like, hey, question: was your professor's office in any way coated in slime when you were a student here?
Godfrey's just gonna like go pale. Like, clearly not.
That's what that look right there, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm gonna open the door again, I think. We ready?
Alright.
I'm going to open the door. Sword in hand.
Okay. You open the door creaks open to reveal that same scene. The blood that was once on the walls has long dried into this like nasty, dusty brown color. And the
Ugh.
chair that sits at the desk is completely coated, as the front of the desk, the floor. The only place that's not coated in just like gunk is directly under the seat. Clearly, this was a blast zone.
Ooh.
God. You know, they say a school teacher gets murdered and you picture like a stabbing or something. What the hell is this?
Godfrey's just not going to move from where he stands a little bit away from the door, and he looks very ill all of a sudden. So he's just gonna like continue standing there. He's not gonna make a move to enter.
I thought the dude was murdered, not detonated. I'm going to creep around. There's nothing. If I open the door and like look to the corners, you know, like there's no blind spots. There's nothing weird or no, I don't know. Reanimated skeletons lurking in the corners.
Nope, it is completely empty.
Who wants to go inspect the desk?
Want is a strong word, I think. It's not the word I would pick.
That means I should go inspect the desk, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to inspect the desk.
I've stuck my hands in grosser places than this, and I'm going to walk over, gingerly. You can't really step around the blood, it sounds like, but like gingerly stepping into the blood and just sort of poking through the drawers, give it a little look-see. What you got in there?
Okay. Are you looking for like books? What are you looking for? Just anything?
I want to literally open all the drawers. If I can, put some of the contents out on the desk and just like narrate to the two standing over there. It's like, here's everything that I can find in here. Like,
Edwin, as Archibald is going through the desk and like listing off all the nasty, disgusting stuff he's finding, Godfrey is gonna just like turn around a little bit and he's gonna like grab one of the chairs and he's gonna sit down. But
Are the chairs grody?
no, the chairs outside, they're like dusty,
Oh.
but they're not. No one got exploded out here. They're just like school chairs.
no
Okay.
no weird ancient engravings.
Nope, they're just
Damn.
school chairs. They
They're
can't
just
afford ancient
school
engravings.
chairs.
Are you kidding me? This is a public school. But anyways, as you are going through the desk, you are delighted to find exactly 30 gold in one of the drawers, but the rest of them seem to be either full of just like old paper that's either blank or has, just more student grades on it. But you do find a tome in one of the desks. You can assume this is the teacher's personal tome, and that is a copy of Bolting. And aside from that, you don't really find anything of interest.
Hey, did this teacher of yours happen to use what is bolting? Like magic? Lightning magic?
It is
Alright.
electric. Electric.
Lightning baby.
I think it's
Yep.
the
Under.
really ranged one
That's
too.
the siege tome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your teacher fond of lightning magic by chance?
Godfrey's just gonna give you like 1,000-yard stare. Like nothing. There's stuff going on behind those eyes, but it's not talking about lightning tomes.
Yeah, I remember that look.
Well, he said it wasn't his professor, so I don't think he would.
It's the dude who
know
taught
that.
the one of two classrooms directly across
Well,
the hall.
yeah, I guess so.
Oh God.
Everyone's just like stage restrained. Like, I think he's busy dealing with all the blood. So like,
Yeah. Here, you might want this later. I don't know. What are scavenger rights?
literally, I can't hold any more tomes, so I need to trade you something.
Oh no.
Or give it to Godfrey. He only has
Yeah.
silver.
I was gonna say like if we wanted to redistribute these, we can. But if you want to hold on to that one for a sec,
In that
we can
case,
figure it out later.
I'll just walk out, and I'll just take the tome. I'll just sort of look at Godfrey with a 1,000-yard stare, and I'll just take the tome and gingerly place it on the chair next to him, and just like pat it once or twice. Like he's like, "There you go," and I'm gonna go back in and continue rifling.
Okay. As you continue rifling, you manage to dig up one more thing, and that is the Smite Gift skill scroll.
Holy shit!
God.
Another worksheet never to be finished. I don't even remember what that does. I don't remember if it's passive or not. Smite. How do you
Isn't
say
smite
We're
you
gonna go
just
find
push
out.
someone?
Smite gift. Deal +3 damage when dealing force damage.
Oh.
Wow.
Who does that?
Nice.
Fuck.
What is force
Gare-
damage again?
Probably Gare, knowing our luck.
Force damage is any spell that has to do with like gravity.
Yeah,
If I
it'll
remember
say in
correctly.
the weapons list, if you control F force, it'll tell you exactly which weapons deal force damage.
Oh.
And basically, force damage is you get pushed back if you get hit with it.
Hmm.
Oh. What? Oh. I don't know if we have any of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did-
no one so far deals force damage.
You could always sell it.
Unless there's something about the dragon sheet that I'm missing here. No, Shaw's do Shaw's? Claws. Whoa. Claws do slash. It's like 10 o'clock here. I'm allowed.
We're almost done. Don't worry.
Slashing damage. Big shock. Yeah. Well, shit. I don't find anything in going through here that's like relevant.
Aside from what you can assume are the dried remains of the inside of a man, no, you don't find anything relevant.
Not like Book of Naga quest line, whatever
Nope.
relevant.
Nope.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna walk over, put the tome down. Godfrey gets to hold the thing because I'm also out of inventory space, and I walk back over. Time for the viscera inspection.
Oh god, okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for this.
Let's go. Let's do it, baby. I know the law.
We're gonna solve a murder, solve a cold case.
It's not a
Oh,
cold
God.
case.
It's literally not called. Gottfried said they know who did it. They just never caught him.
This is in
What's
fact
up?
a hot case.
What's up with the blood? Anything? Anything of note?
I mean, aside from the fact that it seems to be radiating from the center of the room, aka the chair,
Yeah. This dude
it's
was
dried.
not.
It's clearly very old, at least 10 years.
This dude was clearly not stabbed or something. He was like detonated with a capital detonated.
He was, in fact, detonated with a capital detonated. There's nothing left of him as far as, like, the only thing that's, like, quote unquote, left of him is, the soles of his shoes are still on the ground. But that's all that remains.
Jesus. I don't say that in character, but Archibald will take his sword and gingerly pry up the tip of the sole of the shoe. Just anything weird there?
Underneath the shoe, there is not a speck of blood. But other than that, nope. It's maybe like a size 8.
I feel like the fact that this isn't the most horrible thing I've seen in my life is like probably bad. Huh. Oh boy. And I'm going to walk out.
Okay, Godfrey
And
is
sit
exactly
down.
where you left him, except now he's like holding the book
And the scroll. I left him the scroll too.
and the scroll. Just keep handing him shit.
Yeah.
Make sure
And-
those get in his inventory. Whoever's
Oh
highlighted
shit.
Godfrey.
Should I do that? Or someone else?
If you could, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm the one
whoever's
who's
handing
him shit. Like,
him shit, just put it in his inventory.
alright.
Yeah, he's still there.
So, now what do we do? Is the question I'm going to ask, and then stop talking so other people can do stuff.
Edwin, do you have anything to say?
I don't think so. Probably just also processing the amount of like stuff that was blood.
As you guys are just kind of like idling around, vaguely searching the area, Godfrey's just gonna like slowly stand up and he's just gonna say, I think we've seen enough here for today. And then he's just gonna like turn around and leave. He's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can go.
Alright.
Yeah.
Y'all follow him out?
Yep, and I'm going to close every door. I'm going to put it, after he stands up, I'm going to put his chair back on the ground where it was. I'm going to close every drawer and door on my way out. Because, we just broke into a building
Yeah,
and they saw
we
two
should
of their party
probably.
members. Just making sure, covering the tracks.
Yeah.
All right. You guys exit the building, and that is where the session is going to end for today. I know this was a long one. I apologize.
All good.
Does
No, it's
anyone
been
have any
good.
questions or
Sure.
comments before we say goodnight?
Why
Um,
does
is-
Gare have a history stat?
Oh!
You want to know my fan theory about Gare?
I would
Please.
love to know your fan theory about Gare.
My fan theory about Gare is that he has holy blood and he got 1,000,000 tattoos, so you couldn't tell, because he has a brand somewhere in there.
Ooh.
It's Elamine!
What?
The mythic is Elamine!
Oh shit.
Oh my god! For heroes?
Yes!
Who is that?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Finding
the-
the
what is
goddess.
Oh,
Voiced by Amelie! Hello?
Oh my god!
I was willing to bet it was gonna be someone from Alib. I was like, it's gonna be one of those, like, whatever they call the Alibian Crusaders. It's gonna be one of those.
It's a
Oh.
and
Oh, did we
Amelie!
just-
That's so
I'm
cool!
sorry, did we just switch to talking about
Yeah, sorry, we're
heroes
talking about
while I
heroes
was-
now. We'll go back to talking
I
about
was like,
Gare's-
I was hunched over notes, like, what the fuck are we talking about?
But anyway,
Anyways,
Yeah.
before we go crazy.
yeah.
No. Dude, why does the bandit have a history stat, Samantha?
I don't know. Did you try
well,
asking him?
Is he gonna
No,
tell us?
because he is a jerk. But what
I
gives?
told you my fan theory.
Yeah,
How do
and
we
it's
level
probably
up
I think
right.
that was
friendship
it.
with Gare? How do we level up friendship with Gare?
You gotta
we've
ask
been
Gare
able to.
that. I mean, don't ask
Besides
him. Maybe
giving
he
him
might
drink.
throw something at you, but you
There's
gotta, I'm not
two
telling you that.
options here.
What?
Either there's two ways to go about this. Either you deal with the whole befriending Gare thing, and like getting him to answer in character, or you just play it to Samantha and you just play an asshole like me who goes and just asks, "Hey, are you like this? You got holy blood or something?" And then make Sam provide an answer, some sort.
Who says
True
Gare's
or
to
false?
provide an answer? He might just smack you.
And that smack speaks volumes.
I'll just say, because Sam, you asked for a bit more info on characters and connections to Arcanea, I will work on that bit and send
Okay.
that to you based on what I think, who I think Octavia would know.
Sounds good.
Yeah. As a note, if I'm ever just talking too much, just let me know.
Oh, same here, same here. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah.
When I am tired, I just sort of talk until I pass out. So at some point I was like, more than half the party is gone, and I'm just sort of monologuing at an empty desk and a Discord call of silent people. Just let me know.
No,
if I
We're
shut up.
listening. We're
We've
listening.
Oh,
we've
yeah.
we've had this before
Yeah.
with Val, where Val saw Amalthea and was like, this is my time to shine, baby. So we all have our moments where a character's going to talk way too much, and
Uh-huh.
You're
No
allowed to have
worries.
your monologue
Yeah.
moments. They're good for character development. I could work with this.
Yeah.
Give me things to
Mm.
work with.
The main thing is apparently like
I can't
Octavia's
traumatize you if I don't know you.
Oh, that's true.
Archibald, I fear this now that you've just said that, because Archibald has been through a lot, relatively. Like he sees like a dude splattered across the room. He's like, yeah, that seems like a good old Jugdral Tuesday. I fear what sort of effects, the sort of thing she would have to do to traumatize Archibald at this point would be like campaign bending, and I feel like she might.
Don't
Oh,
worry
God.
about it.
I do have to say, with what happened on the ridge was definitely, honestly, the first encounter with the white beast and everything did really shake Octavia.
Yeah,
She's
the
like-
first encounter, I felt like we were playing through Sacred Stones a bit. You know, there's monsters in the woods, and then the second thing with the cage, and the third one with the mages, it's rapidly turning into a conspiracy story. Like, who?
Like Jugdral.
Yeah.
Who can say?
Oh
I'm just
God.
thinking about how these things seem to live near the shrines. And we know the
Mhm.
shrines are for people, and we know these things resemble dragons.
Yep. Yep.
Sam. Also, without providing any context for what Sam DM'd me at the start of the session, you fucker. You.
It's not gonna be
What?
insanely important. I just wanted to know if you knew what that was.
I know now. Oh boy.
It was very
Uh-oh.
fun when I come into call and I hear the end tail of a question and I just have to go, wonder what that means. And then
It's so Fire Emblem lore documentation on wikis is so scattershot. Like I read up stuff about you know, the Maniquettes before playing one, but like,
You gotta
oh
dive into
Sam,
certain
you
characters'
found
wikis.
the one thing that's a bit more of a obscure deep dive bit of information. Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Yes. Don't worry, everyone. This is not vital information I'm giving Andrew. This is just important for his perspective of the world as a lizard man. But anyways,
Oh, Archibald's level of fear has gone up by like 50% in how I'm playing him since the last session in this one. It's a lot worse now. Oh boy.
excellent. So next session, you are going to, I assume, stay in Luan for the night, and then what you do after that is up to you. If you decide to do combat, I know certain NPCs will be inclined to go do combat-related things. Whether you want to partake or not is up to you. If not, then we will continue doing a not combat
Lore
session.
heavy.
Yeah,
Do
more
RP
more
heavy.
more roleplay stuff.
Where
Okay.
do we go to level up again?
Gonna have to do combat for that, King.
we have to harvest some white beast blood, baby.
Hey.
Or, complete other maps that aren't halved.
Yeah.
There are full maps.
You know, it'd be nice
Somewhere.
if we knew
The
where the
mythical
other
full
halves.
map.
How many
just wait,
weeks
guys.
can I go before giving you a hat? We're on like week 5.
By throwing us a bone.
In other conversations outside of this. The first week it happened, she was like, "Oh, I actually just didn't expect you guys to like go the direction you did." And now it's like, "Well, you better go find the part 2, bitch." That's an actual quote. That's a quote from her to me. It's like,
we made the
Bleh.
problem, we have to fix it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
it's part 2. We don't know.
You get part 2 and I give you part 2.
Ah.
Alright, but yes, any last questions, comments, anything?
Thank you.
Thank
are
you.
welcome.
That was so much blood, so much crime attempted and failed.
There will only be more in the future. Anyways, good
Oh
night,
boy.
everyone.
Good night.
Bye.